I'm gonna call this section pre-stream. I'm gonna call this pre-stream. I'm gonna call this section pre-stream. Or like I just do some right before the official stream start. You know? That's what we doing today. That's what we doing today. We doing like a little pre-stream, you know what I'm saying? I see you, Rainbow. Okay, you said there's something I want to address. Remember last stream, the part you were talking about the Beatskaki Minamoto. You said the Wi-Fi cut out, so you didn't hear me. Part where I want to address when I said Orion reminds me of Shikamaru. When I said that I didn't mean personality or technique, reminded me. I read that. I read that. That's a part of the stream, bro. You could have went back and rewatched the stream. It's there. You said like teacher student mentality, and I was like, yeah, I could kind of see that. Come up with outrageous takes. You're so funny. Nah, bro. In that same stream, you said I didn't want to go to practice. You said like same teacher student mentality, and I brought that back up later. Pre-stream. What's up, Mango? Welcome to the pre-stream. Siri, set alarm for 3:30. Siri, set alarm for 3:30.
I've set your alarm for 3:30 p.m.
Thank you, Siri. Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna play some games. Tekken dropped a new character. I've been excited for this character for a whole month. This is her. Y'all like my fit? I got the Naruto fit. I got the Naruto Baryon mode fit though. You know what I'm saying? You see the tail, you see the red. We got the, y'all ever watch Kamen Rider Geats? This might be my favorite fit right here. This is my favorite one. This is my favorite fit right here. This shit gas. And then we got, if you ever play Overwatch, we got the Genji fit. Shout out my nigga Genji. I didn't play him though. I wasn't good enough. That was my brother. Shout out my nigga Genji. But right now we gonna go with the Geats fit. Her shit's so tough, bro. Actually, I'm gonna go back with the Genji fit. Cause then we're gonna do like a little matchy match. We're gonna have Lydia. We're gonna have her in a tall fit. Ultra hard. I've been trying to practice this character, bro. I'm good with Lydia. I haven't played Clive in a long time. But she's like a little different, bro. She's a little different. I'm not that great with her. You see, I know ball with that the Kamen Rider fit, right? It's so clean. It's so clean. That was my first fit. I made it last night. I had to.
Round one. Fight.
Why is it that she's so good as a computer, bro? Okay. That's so crazy. You see how she knocked my mask off? Ouch. I've been getting beat up by her all day, but
Round two. Fight.
I'm not dumb enough to go to what's this? Yeah. What, she blocked that? That's crazy. I love that move right there. Throw it kunai? Wait, throw it again? Yeah. Clean.
Round three.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Fight.
Oh, I'm not dumb enough to go to rank with her. Absolutely not. Until I got like a solid base at least. That's so crazy. Honestly. Are you serious? I I feel like some of the moves I have, like, it would actually work if the character wasn't, or the CP wasn't fucking blocking so heavy. Uh-oh, please, 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 yes! I've never seen the CPU do that. So, ouch. Okay, that's the opening I'm missing. Grabber, nice grab, nice grab. That's so trash, please. Please. Thank you. What's up, Mara? It's just a little bit of pre-stream, you know? Just some stream before the stream, you know what I mean?
Round one. Fight.
I might stream tomorrow, but I'm not too sure. I might like streaming editing. That sucks. Wait, was that back or forward?
Round two.
Wait, you really just need to commit to that lug kick? No, I don't know what you're talking about. I messed up. No way. No way. Are we serious inputs? Here, give me this. No way. Thank you. Need one hit. Chicken TP? Yeah. Oh man, she hit me right as I was not doing it. I do not need terrain right now, bro. Seriously. Nice. Oh, I missed it. Nice grab. When they fees in the air on the ground, just micro step into another input. Y'all keep that in mind. He said sarcastically.
Round one. Fight.
Nice grab. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I missed it again. Oh, I should have grabbed that instead. That went so much smarter. My inputs at, man. Why is he swinging so fast?
Round two.
My little 1-2 combo not going. It's crazy how the match just stays on the ground like that. Oh, I missed that. Nice.
Round three. Fight.
Oh, I missed it again. There's no way. There it is. One better than a good neutral fight.
Round 4. Fight.
That's crazy. Nice. There's a very specific move I'm trying to hit a little bit more consistently. It's bad, but it's getting blocked. Oh, this is so crazy. You block. Hit her with the kunai. Oh, she's blocking. Oh. Nice little 1-2. Okay, I'm definitely doing better than I was like 30 minutes ago. I'll say that. I'll say that. I'll go for like one more. And then we can cut the pre-stream over.
Round 1. Fight.
I'm pretty sure I don't have any ordeal subjects to tackle, so we get straight to reading. I need to get water first though. Nice grab. Hit her with the same combo twice.
Round 2. Fight.
Serious stop. Good hit. Y'all know that they were adding Yujiro Hanma to the Tekken 8, yeah? Yeah, I have in the community. That's okay. Oh, wait, grab it right there. Nice. Nice. So I know she could do a nice little low sweep like that, huh? Oh, wow. I'm not. That's crazy. I got only on hit. Nice, finally. Ooh, that did some big damage.
You win.
I still gotta figure out the 1, 2, the 3, the kick string. But when I figure that out, I'll be slightly better with her. Where's my mouse? There we go. Alright, now that the pre-stream is over, let's get to the reading. I need to get some water first before I do anything. Twin Star, here it is. Pretty sure I read all of chapter 69, so I should be able to read 70. What's up with it always raining on Tuesdays, man? Okay. I remember what happened. Okay, yeah, we can read chapter 70. Fat ass boom of thunder in the background. Fat ass boom of thunder. Next time I do like a video on stream, I'm gonna record it as I'm doing it, and then I'm gonna turn the background music completely off so I can add the music I want to use instead, and then record it so I don't have to like record it later. But we shouldn't have to do that today. There's nothing I need to or want to discuss. Oh my gosh. I just seen the lightning bolt out my peripheral vision, man. That boom was loud as hell. I don't know what it is about raining and Tuesdays, but every time a nigga want to stream, it's like weather just decides to just pour and lightning strike and big boom thunder, like Kratos and Zeus fighting in that God of War game. Wish I had a better snack too, if I'm being honest with you. You did too? It's crazy. Yo, this shit is crazy, man. Alright, I need water. It's the hockey. Alright, pause on what I'm about to say, but I got this snack called berry nuts. He said I'm living right in it. That's so crazy. It's like almonds, granola, and then I think they have cranberries, like a cluster of it covered in chocolate. I really need to snack right now. I'm kind of hungry, and my mom's gonna make tacos later, I think. He said, what? Oh, I don't think the chat's working. Let me see if I can refresh that. Or not. Barry, who? I hate when chat just decides to kill itself and like it never works again. That shit's trash, man. My playback can make it seem like I'm talking to myself. Yeah, apparently the company was founded by some family, I think. Oh, you know what? Hold on. If I do not interact. No, not that one. Properties. Yeah. Yeah. A refresh. It's not even showing up on like the website where it could show up at. Trash, trash, trash. No streamer, man. When that happens, I'll take the box off the screen. Okay. Oh, I don't even like cranberries like that, but I think because they're covered in chocolate, it's not that bad. Not that bad. I also switched out the lo-fi background music. I got tired of that last one, man. Apparently this is supposed to be like a more summer-oriented vibe. Who knows? The last one was supposed to be more spring-oriented, so... Okay. How y'all been though, man? Y'all been good? Life treating y'all well? I spent it was like what, 2 weeks ago? I spent like 130 at Zoomies on fucking shirts. Shirts. That shit crazy. And then I went to PacSun because they have a cologne I like. Them niggas did not have it. And on top of that, the tester the guy uses broke. So I was shit out of luck. So I'll drown my sorrows in t-shirts. I also started playing Forza 6. Pretty fun game. Slightly addictive. Only slightly though. And I'm currently working on the Heart Clan Massacre video that I talked about during the stream. I also recorded some of Nara's stream for that conversation to put at the end. That'll probably be up maybe by the end of this week. Honestly, I'm not too sure. The way I did the last one, because the last one that I uploaded today was 40 minutes, so I'm not sure how long. I mean, this one might be about the same, technically longer because of the added clip, but the editing on it, I'm like truly trimming a lot of the like quieter parts and like just connecting them together. Took a little bit longer, as opposed to some of the other ones where like I could just take out whole sections of just nonsense and hoopla. But I was talking more cohesive and coherently, most of it like is worth keeping, so just put it all in there and just take out like some of those like blank space moments, you know. I don't know, or asked me to my opinion on something. I would do that here live, but it might be better if I write that down or something. Let me see. Let me see if I can like. Oh, update. On Discord, I said Brent hadn't seen my message, like he hadn't responded to it. He has now, in fact, responded to that message, which I sent in April, by the way. April. So, the idea I had, he shut it down. RIP in chat, but that's okay, man. Where am I going? Where am I going? Here. Okay, conflict scaling. How about conflict grows in range regarding battlefields? Okay. What we can do is just that bullshit. That's okay. It kind of makes sense, but it was essentially just like a Q&A idea. So it was like a regular or more consistent like Q&A type thing. So I would do like a community post, maybe even a Reddit post, right? Take some of people's questions, direct them to Brent, he'll answer them however he chooses to, and then I would just make a video out of that, right? That would have been the subject, right? Or like I should say series. I was thinking of calling it Ask Brent. And then like the titles would be like crazy, like he said what about who, or is this really how he feels, or you know, things like that. All right. So there was that. And the idea was just to like centralize question answers so that people can find them and go to them a lot easier, essentially, because it's hard to always locate where Brent might have said something, especially if it can be used to properly explain something later on, like I did with season 3, where I had to go back like 2 years in Discord to help explain Andrea's talent and how it works in conjunction with Pandora's chest, right? So like finding things like information like that, it's just a little bit easier if it's on video and posted, you know? So but yeah, but it's okay. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. All right, now Nara wants my opinion on conflict scaling. So he said I can't be on the Discord anymore. He doesn't believe in easier. Y'all got Funky Man supporters? That nigga came out of nowhere. So he just said that like his ideas changed. So um, it would be not necessarily a bad idea, but like kind of essentially one statement could end up being wrong later on. But like, what if the statement was true though? But I understand why he would say that, because that's essentially what the review, like part of the review, kind of looked at and was like, "Don't tell us this if it's not guaranteed, right?" Kind of like the how we found out earlier that the orange dude doesn't have a name, right? You know what I mean? Kind of things like that, right? But like that just kind of puts into question like how much of your series is actually set in stone, and how often do you change things, right? And like considering season 3 ended in a way where it's like a lot of things are just left unfinished and unfulfilled, you kind of get that vibe of like only like maybe half of the series is really set, or maybe even like less than that is like really set in stone, or like really, or like can be given definitive information about, right? But yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna lie, Nara, I'm gonna do this live, right? We're gonna do this live, and I'm gonna turn the background music off so you can take this section and like splice it up and use it however you want to in your video, or however you want to. So but I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back. Y'all jam out to this background music. We gonna help Nara make this video, man. In like 60 seconds, chat. Full Metal Alchemist. All right, my good people, I have returned. We're gonna lock in real quick. We're trying to keep this section at about an hour, right? Go ahead and turn this off. Oh, I didn't mean to mute. I just paused it. All right, what is this? What is this? You don't see Sabito trapping Konos or outright stopping him. Okay, well, the first part's wrong because we literally saw, and I put in the video, we saw, what's his name, freeze people completely. So that's just not true. Sabito can't trap niggas, like, definitively. But that's neither here nor there. All right. Do you think there'll be somebody in Ordeal that would intentionally stay in the lower ranks so they don't be noticed by higher ups? Outside of Rokash, probably not. And at that point, it's too late in the story for that plot to be used again. Doesn't make sense anymore. All right, my good people. Our good friend Code Archives, aka Wolf Nara, wants my opinion on conflict scaling within Ordeal. So we're going to look at that. Now, specifically, in his words, it's essentially how the conflict grows in range regarding battlefields. So how Rokash was a few miles within the fight of Trinidad, and how Greenland was a whole mountain range, and how Kofi was a dozen miles, scaling multiple mountain ranges to state. All right, so conflict scaling. Or in other words, you could also see it as like how maybe big like a battle radius is depending on who's participating in it, or like the certain conflict of interest, right? I think first I want to give how I feel about it as of right now. And I'd say I'm a little iffy on it because at certain parts it's valid and proper, and other parts it's a little odd. So I think the best use of that type of thing or that type of subject would be the Greenland War. It just makes sense that we have a battle on multiple fronts and it's within a sort of mountain range type of area. Let me see if I can find a good image to pull up. What chapter should we look at? Let's look at chapter 100, right? So of course we don't know definitively how like big the distance is from one battle area to another, or how big the actual battle area is in and of itself, right? But the idea of like, okay, yeah, put it up right here. So the idea of let me see, Bjorn showing up so that Shay can take Tevin to another battle area, right? And then this is its own little mini battle. And then we have Shay showing up, blowing these guys up, leaving Tevin here, and then going right back to where he was at, right? Right back to where he was at. But then on top of that, we have the conversation regarding them switching battlefields, right? So, where is it? Did it show it? Yeah, right here. Where we have, this is originally where Bjorn was at, but now Shay needs to go aid them, right? Because Bjorn is more suited to fight Veal, right? And again, we don't know the range from where they are to where this is, but considering how many people are here, how I guess like big these guys look, but also in comparison to how small these guys look, it could be a far distance. It could be a big distance. I can't really tell. But then we have Shay, leaving, and then we have these two facing off, which we'll see later, right? Now, when we look at that, it makes sense that kind of battle. Oh, there's also Andrea fighting Goro, like basically on the other side of the mountain, right? So when we look at that, it's just I think it's really good to have that setting be the place for where the battle is held, because it allows multiple battles to take place without too much interaction unless it's sort of absolutely necessary, right? Like we know even when Shay arrives to help Tevin and Anton, he's in a close enough proximity to the battle that had where Jamie was, right? But again, we have Bjorn far enough to where his battle is completely separate from anything else everybody else is doing, right? So I just think it's a really good idea for that sort of battle in that scale to happen on that type of setting, right? On a mountain range where multiple things can take place. And the fact that Andrea is supposed to be securing their exit, so her battle is literally on the other side, it adds to the setting, right? And it adds to her fight being a little bit more different than the other conflicts that are going on, right? Where is that picture at? Or that chapter? Should be like, it's like 90 something. Should be this one, right? And then, yeah, we also have like the Greyhounds fighting in like the grander sort of militaristic aspect of the war, where we're literally seeing soldiers face each other, right? And then, but then there's also the fact that it's not even just the mountain; it's also kind of like Greenland as a whole to some extent, because Bonnie is able to send Bjorn and Shay to where they need to go. So where Bonnie's at is its own battle location, right? But it's not necessarily by the actual mountain range, right? Or to our knowledge, it isn't. So you could almost say like an aspect of like Greenland itself is the setting for the battle, and not just the mountain range, right? As we see right here, we have Bonnie opening the portal, Bjorn dropping down with the immortal hide made very large. And we see the green light indicating that they are approved to fight. And then we see the actual portal here where the actual house that Bjorn is in the yard, right? Completely separate location from where this is actually taking place, right? And I think this is all good because it kind of adds to the stakes of the conflict, right? Everybody's in different locations, everybody is doing something different, and then we have Shay eventually showing up here, right? Was it Tevin, Anton facing Kaguya? Portal opens up here, and then we see Shay falling like a star right to the earth, right? And he helps. And I guess maybe it's the next chapter. Like the next two chapters, right? Because where they're fighting isn't that far from where Jamie actually is, right? Maybe it's 93. Oh, here it is. Here it is, right? So we see they're getting ready to fight, right? Like took a brief pause to kind of regather themselves. And we can even see it in the background right here. Like, this is kind of where Jamie is, right? And then we see it in a couple scrolls where Shay activates his blue flames. Oh wait, maybe it didn't happen. Or maybe it happens in a different chapter. I'm specifically looking for when he throws a Contio over and it creates that wrap around. I think it's this one either. Is it 95? Oh no, I think it's here, right? Yeah, see right here. So right, we see Jamie, his soldiers, things are happening to him, and then Shay is like just close enough to throw a Contio, switch it to blue flames, and then it can create a ring of fire so that his battle and the thing that's going on with him and their opposition in close proximity, but Shay, Anton, and Tevin are doing their own thing. Shay can still provide some form of aid, even though, you know, the battles are completely separate, right? But then we can even go back an episode, and like I said, we have Andrea come fighting basically on the complete opposite side from where everybody else is, right? So I think this is a good example of like battlefield setting and conflict scaling, to where you have a large area that you can have multiple things happen and it just makes sense, right? And then you can have people be in just enough proximity to affect one another, but then you can also have large gaps and large distances to where things can't happen, or things can happen on one side that completely don't affect the other side. Or you can have something like Shay and Bjorn, where we have two characters that need to switch places considering the circumstances, right? So I think this is a good example of that, and a good example of how to use a setting and how to use this sort of distancing to help advance the story, right? Especially with the fights and the writing. I think this is a good example of that. I think Kofi's fight would be a bad example of that, right? And I think it's a bad example because even considering where he fights in, he's not doing a whole lot, right? And this is why I said in my review that it would have been a little bit better if it stated that Kofi's like actively trying not to do that much damage to the area. That's a good example. I think maybe it's like 158. Because actually, yeah, no, right here. Okay, so in episode 158, Kofi directly says, stay put while they clear the area for us. We need the state of Arizona to ourselves to continue this battle. This almost implies, or I shouldn't even say almost implies. This implies that Kofi and Konos will be using the entirety of the state for the continued conflict, right? But as we see in the following episodes, that's just not the case. And Kofi directly punches Konos in areas that just stay within the normal range of where the fight started, right? Of course, they're still a little far off from like where the train was initially hit, yet we're not moving in any direction or going in such a fast distance to the point that it feels like we're actually entering a new terrain in a new area of the state, right? It's a good example. Maybe this episode isn't the best example. It might be the next one. It's a better example because, like, okay, so he punches Konos right here, but Konos doesn't go that far from like where he just was at. And I think the next episode is better, so let me go ahead and do that. Let me actually remove chat too. So even here, right? Konos punches Kofi through this like mountainy sort of ravine type of area, right? But again, it doesn't feel that far from where they just were. It's not like such a grand distance that the entire state is being used, or more of the state is being used to fight. Where is it at? There's a very specific scene I'm looking for where we see like Kofi kind of zigzag and punch Konos that I really want to show. Right, it should be like right about here, kind of here. Yeah, this is more or less what I mean. So if the entire state of Arizona is supposed to be for them to fight in, how are we still sort of in this same like range of area, right? How is it that Kofi and Konos are only zigzagging across the same sort of mountain range type of area, right? It would have been better if that statement wasn't necessarily put in there to the point where it makes sense that they are kind of staying within this area to at least restrict damage to the state as a whole. Yet Kofi definitively says they need the entire state for their battle, yet they stay within the confines of where the fight sort of originally takes place at. And this would be a bad example of like conflict scaling because you could have used the entire state in different parts of it to show how impactful Kofi's punches actually are, being able to move Konos from one side of the state to another side of the state to another side of the state, or you could have used it so that one attack from either character can do a lot of damage to a certain portion of the state, right? In that way, you're not only looking at scaling and showing how strong the characters are, but to actually use the environment that was stated to be needed to be used, right? And this is why this is a bad example, because it's said that one area is like the entire state is needed, yet we don't actually leave the sort of area that this fight initially starts in, right? It feels like we're in the same sort of range of, what, 153, I think, right? When Sonya actually interacts with Konos. So now we have a good example and we have a bad example, but I think everything else, like if you want to look at Shay fighting Jose, I think that's like a better example of what kind of Kofi was doing, but since there's not a specific mention of them needing an area to fight in, um, it's not completely the same, right? Not completely the same. Uh, there's also like even Azam's fight with Ephialtes, where he and Yukiko are fighting in the same range, right? But actually, let's look at that episode real quick because um, where is it? We see the like immediate area that gets damaged is far bigger than just this street, basically, right? Like we see Ephialtes kind of emanating chi or malice to some extent. I'm not sure what you want to call this, but it's right here, right? And then actually what's really good about this episode is that we see Azam, like we see the let's just assume this is like the accurate distance for these two characters. Azam goes from this area to this area, and then Ephialtes also like does that warp sort of teleporty type of motion from this area to right in front of Yukiko. And then Azam again runs right from this area right back, right? So we get an immediate sort of use of the area that we were introduced to, right? And then later on, that area is expanded on, which we'll look at. See, right here. So he points at him, and then literal seconds later, Azam is already attacking him, right? Closing that distance very fast, right? But before he can be touched, he disappears, and he's right in front of Yukiko, right? And then Azam makes his way back right in front of her as well, right? So the immediate area that the interactions between, Azam, Yukiko, the soldiers, the civilians is used at the very start of the fight, right? But then it's kind of taken further and the area is allowed to be expanded and used more when Ephialtes actually destroys the entire area, right? Through just the initial explosion and activation of Nightmaric Skies, right? Right. And then we also get to see this also helps Yukiko in like scaling because Yukiko was able to protect just the shop, her and Azam, from the initial explosion that does about a few city blocks worth of damage, right? So if they were like here in terms of distance, right? The explosion took out everything in front of and behind just this shop. So, and then I really thought there was a better example of like how much we actually see the explosion and how much it actually destroys. I might have to go to a different episode to really show you, but um, yeah, I might have to. I think I want to do the episode we see Azam fight the Azam's Bane in because that really shows how much of the area is actually being used and how much of it was actually destroyed by Ephialtes, right? So yeah, right here, perfect, perfect. So the shop is here, okay, right where my mouse is. The shop is here. Ephialtes and Azam initially are like right here at this about this sort of distance, right? Yukiko is able to form ice that protects just the shop in front of and immediately behind the shop from this sort of multi-city block range level explosion, right? I feel like that's a fair estimate to about how much damage he's doing, right? Multi-city block levels of damage, right? All the buildings, some of the buildings are completely gone. Some of this area is just completely decimated. We see in the outskirts, the rubble of the buildings is a little different, right? And then we even see like not just like right here where we can see like some of this immediate destruction, but even like behind it, like these buildings are like toppled over. There's smoke coming out from this area, right? Like this shows that his explosion took out a large area, right? Considering where they are, and then not only did it take out, it completely destroyed some of this immediate area, and then some of the outskirts are genuinely reduced to like basic rubble, basic damage that can actually be repaired if done properly. But this immediate area is completely gone. Like there's no repairing this, right? But then we move on and we actually see the area be used when Azam and the Azam's Bane actually clash, right? Which is the real point of this talking point, right? So, of course, also you can also take like the sky into account. Like we saw the helicopter at the start of this section, right? Which kind of shows like the distance from the shop and the helicopter. And then we see Azam's Bane look up and just attack it outright. So you could also add that in or take that into account if you really want to. But right here, right? So like this. So I mean, it would have even been a little bit better if Brent had made Azam kind of go more on the outskirts type of area. But the fact that the initial fight started within like a literal, like a road, right? Where you could put two cars next to each other depending on which lane you're in. Ephialtes destroys the entire area, and now the fight can be expanded on to where the actual conflict in its specifics are taking place, right? So we know like Yukiko's probably over here because of the way the ice is, and we'll actually get to Yukiko in a little bit as well. We know Yukiko's over here because of the way the ice is, but we get to see Azam and the Azam's Bane clash and circle around some of this area that was created by Ephialtes, right? But and it depends on, like, I guess it would more so depend on the writer, because maybe a different writer wouldn't want to destroy the type of area that is in to even better show maybe a character's perspective and how many streets they actually are from where they were when the fight started. It just depends, but this is a good example of like the sort of scale in terms of like setting and visual, going from something small to something big or a little bit larger, right? Whereas the previous example of Kofi and Konos is not, because it's stated that it's like, yes, they start out in a sort of smaller area, but even though they're moving about in this same sort of fashion, it's not as grand as we were expecting based on Kofi's own statement. So it's the same thing. It's just that one can be perceived as a little bit better, whereas one can be perceived as a little bit worse. And then you take into account character rank and character status and how strong they're supposed to be. Are we back? Hold on, let me open up chat. Let me open up chat. Are we back? Are we back? Hopefully that. Wait, what if I had a Loki fixed chat? Hold up. I don't even see the box. Anyway, we back. Y'all thought I was going. Y'all thought I was going to quit, huh? Y'all thought I was going to quit this time. Storm fucked around and knocked the power out for like dead ass 2 seconds. PC came right back on. Wi-Fi kicked right back in. We're back. That fat lag spire. Yeah, that was crazy. I wasn't expecting that, but I could tell it was gonna happen. But anyway, I'm gonna just keep pushing and get right back to the point I was making. So I'm pretty sure the last thing I said was that let me put my phone on D&D. I'm pretty sure the last thing I said was that Kofi's fight and Azam's fight, depending on the reader, or depending on the writer, I should say, Kofi can be seen as a sort of bad use of the scale in terms of like the area, whereas Azam's can be seen as a better use of the area. Though somebody like Naoni may still think that like a haste user, and I'll do this sort of in my own story. These type of characters who move really fast and can travel distances at a large speed, it would still be better for us to pan out even further and show how far they are moving from one destination to another, right? Um, the only real example I could give you was like, even though we don't see it, you could do Kevin going from Africa to Japan, but that's more of an assumption visual. And then the same thing kind of for Shay and Abijah with going to, was it Port of Spain, from like more like, I think, central Trinidad, right? Um, so you could say that like the setting can be made, even though it's made larger, and I guess you could, use Kofi as an example, just because it's made larger, if you're not really going to use the entire area, you don't necessarily have to, or you might not want to even mention how big the area actually is, or you might not want to show how big the area actually is, because if it's not going to matter, if it's not going to matter for scaling or any sort of character interactions, it doesn't really need to be shown, or it doesn't really need to be mentioned, right? Which is why Azam can be seen as a little bit better in terms of the scaling and like setting, because it's not necessarily mentioned how much of the area is actually being used, but we get to see how much of the area is being used, especially because it was initially destroyed beforehand, right? And like I said earlier, the fight starts, like the interaction starts within like a street, a road. You could put a car side by side and they could drive down the same direction, right? And then that entire area is expanded. And then we get to actually see, not just with how Yukiko and Azam are in like different areas, but Azam is still able to aid Yukiko and he's able to aid the people in the shop, right? But this image right here, where we literally see him and um the Azam's Bane Nightmare, we see them clashing and running around the more of the initial or more of the area, right? That's a good use of that sort of scale and size. Nara also mentioned like he also mentioned Rokash as an example, and I think that could also be a good example too. Let me just double check what he said real quick. Um, mm, yeah, so let's actually go to season one real quick, and we can look at that as well. I also think that's a good example of like the fight scaling, because it's basically Port of Spain, right? The setting for the fights that take place is Port of Spain, right? And I won't just use Rokash. I'll use all three fights, and like even Andrea and Ian, right, and what they're doing as an example. But I don't. Let's actually see if we can find where Cass is gonna nuke everybody, right? Because that can kind of add to it too. Okay, it's not here. Maybe it's the next episode then. Is it 33? Maybe 34. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. This isn't the best image, but so like most of the fight is actually happening like in this area of Port of Spain, right? Like most of it's taking place here. We know Rokash is there because he literally says like I think he like greets the city itself. And then we know the Wolf Cubs, Andrea, Shay, Ian, the Greyhounds, they're all there in that sort of vicinity to help the civilians be cleared out, and deal with the Titan threat that is attacking that specific city, right? So we have, and then the city being the place for conflict is good because um, it adds to the characters, because that's where most, if not all of them, are from and have been raised in, outside of like Andrea, or Ian, maybe. But then there's also the fact that we literally see each team disperse as the fights like sort of begin, which we can look at as well. Um, let me find it real quick. Too far. Should be right here maybe, if not the next one. Okay, it's definitely the next one. Yeah, okay, so see, everybody shows up, right? And then we have the little greetings. Um, this interaction. Let's just move past this as fast as possible, right? Okay, so Andrea orders, she says, I'll support the inspector, focus on evacuation, right? So they're literally evacuating the city of civilians, right? And then says, remember why we're here. Keep an eye out for Kaguya. He won't be in plain sight, right? So not only are they trying to help evacuate civilians, but they are trying to take out the people who were attacking them initially, right? Kaguya and the Titans, right? She sends Anton to higher ground, right? And then these four move out in a different direction while Andrea eventually stays with Ian, right? So we already have Anton using the city's elements to his advantage and to their advantage as a group because he can get to higher ground. He's using the taller buildings for his advantage. And then that comes back later when he and Janelli actually fight, right? We see some of this rampant destroyed area. So we don't even know how far they are from this movement, but it doesn't really matter that much because the entire city can be used to for the fight, right? And then we see Cass just sitting here for whatever reason. We could assume he was attacked and he's just like resting, right? Doesn't really matter. So Azam and Lewis are the ones to fight him, and then later on, we see almost forgot his name, Anton. We see Anton get attacked by Janelli, and they're literally at the top of a building right now. And then a couple more scrolls, and in a different part of the city, we see Shay and Tevin eventually see and eventually fight Rokash, right? Let me see it here, right here, right? So that's now what, 3 fights taking place in 3 different parts of the city, right? And then, like I said, where Anton is fighting at is even better because we actually get to see how the buildings can be used and how they come into play with the actual fight, right? And then what's even better about all of that is like, so we know they're initially fighting in a city, but the fight eventually goes to the park. I forgot what it's called. Park. Ooh, not here. Should be this one. Yes. What's the place called? It's Queens Park, Savannah, right? So you could use like wherever this is as a gauge to like see how far they are from where the initial, even just like if you want to use like the center or like downtown area of I forgot the place of Port of Spain, and then you could enter this in some sort of Google search to see just how like far that is from one another, even though it's not like it's a not a crazy distance in terms of like one end of a state to another end of a state. It's still a bigger distance from how the fight is scaled at their level, right? And then so they move from, so all 3 individuals, or I should say all 3 groups, are fighting in different places, and then they eventually all coalesce to where Shay and Tevin are fighting Rokash, right? And then that fight entirely moves from there to where Cass was defeated, and then that part eventually moves to this area, right? So using the sort of city is good for the characters because of it's where they're from, right? It's the initial starting of the conflict. It's the initial area we're being introduced to. And then taking a more minuscule look, we're seeing how this city can play into fights with Anton. Azam and Lewis are fighting Cass on water. So like they're in the water, like the outskirts of the city. And then that fight just goes into the air as well. And then we see, of course, Shay and Rokash and Tevin, their fight kind of scatters a little bit of where they are. And then all of that, they all converge in one area, and then they all move as a group from there to where Cass was to now this park area, right? And then in all of that, we're kind of seeing like little details and scalings of destruction, how strong each character actually is, or what kind of levels of damage they can do. Like we see Tevin drop a building on Rokash. Rokash, I think in this episode, fucking shakes the ground entirely, like 2 different times. I think, like just him punching Tevin into the ground does this, and then he throws Anton, or like even freaking Lewis can like shoot his ash in the ground, and it, you know, breaks and does this type of damage. And then we see Anton destroy the eyes, but only moments later does Rokash grab Anton by the face, throw him into the eyes, and then make him crash to the ground and just do all this type of damage, right? So this would be another sort of good example of the, I guess, the scaling of conflict in regarding the area, because the area is used for like certain fights. We're literally seeing characters move from one end to a different end, and then it's not pointed out that they're moving from one end to another end. It's just a natural flow, right? Where they're going from one area to another area to another area, and then in the final area we get to see even more, you know, types of destruction, right? Um, I'm I'm truly hoping I'm answering Nara's question and like giving proper opinions on the idea. Um, yeah, how the conflict grows in range regarding battlefields. Um, so I looked at so we looked at Azam and Ephialtes' fight. We looked at, you know, even this earlier sort of level from like a city standpoint, and then we looked at Kofi and how his is a bad example because he definitively says that they need to use a state as a whole to actually continue their fight, but even their fight only stays within the same sort of mountain rangey area. It never goes into a city. It never goes into one of the sort of bordering type of states. They don't even reach any of the border type of areas in Arizona. They're just in the same range, right? Now, what we can also do and what we can also look at is, I know in season 3 we got to see what's his name, Brandon, Lewis, and Tevin off the coast of Venezuela, and how their fight is stationed on the rig. But then where we get to see from a teaser in season 4 on Brent's Instagram that some of the conflict may even be in the ocean as a whole, right? So if we have something like this also kind of adds to that as well. So it's not just fights occurring in certain areas and covering across different types of cities, or where I looked at Bjorn and, you know, the Greenland War, where multiple battles are occurring across a mountain range type of area, or even somewhat Greenland as a whole, considering Bonnie is fighting in a completely different area from where everybody else is at. We even have potential for fights to occur in the ocean, and this can be happening in one part of the ocean, whereas this same sort of conflict can happen in a different part of the world entirely, right? So this will be kind of interesting to look at in this regard as well, because we're going to get to see fights occur in a different area as a whole. That's not what we're used to. And where we may also get to see basically like battleship tactics, like the game almost, and how that plays into how these fights sort of progress, right? Especially because most of the people here shouldn't be Kimyos, right? Like the way these are just regular looking battleships. I assume that most of these are just soldiers, right, from armies across different nations, right? Um, but if you were to include Kimyos in this type of conflict, you could have haste users, you can have people who can fly, and you can make the oceany type of area, even if we're not necessarily on water, you can make it the terrain as well, right? You can make the ocean and the sky the terrain, because, and then what would be really good in that regard is, depending on who's actually fighting there, right? We can have people go from one, like, let's just say the fight starts in the ocean near like India, but then the fight, it escalates and moves all across the ocean so that they're closer to like England, right? right? Or I should say, like, by the fight's end, right? That'll show that we can actually use this like oceany area in the sky and show that the characters who aren't necessarily bound to the ground can move about so freely that their fight can be kind of anywhere. It can go anywhere, right? And even if they can fight in one area and they can fight in one stationary position, especially considering the level these characters should be at and the type of destruction they could do, if we want to reduce that, that continuous area destruction so that buildings aren't being blown up, we can have those same levels of attacks used in the ocean, right? We can get those sort of mushroom cloud sort of effects, right? We can get those atmosphere sort of breaking type of visuals, right? Without necessarily destroying the terrain and the ground in the buildings. We can get that same thing in the ocean or in the air. So not only does it show a different way to show scaling and damage, but it's also another way to show the area and how like I said, the people who aren't bound to the ground can essentially fly and move about and fight anywhere they basically need to, right? Mm. If I had to give like a final close on the subject as a whole, I think it's very situational. I think characters like the Greyhounds or like the troops and the soldiers, it makes sense for them to be in. Hold up, connection. Go back to being good, please. There we go. It makes sense for those sort of larger groups to take up certain levels of space depending on where they actually are, right? Like we saw Commander Henley, and he didn't have a lot of soldiers with him, but they were scouring the Yamanote line, right? So only a certain amount of soldiers were actually needed for that type of mission. But you take that and we translate it to the Greenland War, where a lot more soldiers are needed and a lot more areas being covered, right? So it's a little bit more situational. If I had to give like a final verdict of if it's like good or bad, I'd say more often than not it is good in terms of just like the setting. However, there are some bad examples, especially like Kofi being one. Um, but then if we look at Andrea, no. If we look at Shay versus Rajani, where the more of the area can be used, though it's clear that Shay is definitively trying not to use more of the area, right? He's trying to keep his fight contained into this specific building, right? So I think it more so depends on, you know, what is being portrayed by each character and sort of how Brent wants to go about fighting or showing fights and scaling and like damage with characters as well, right? Like I said, I'd say I feel like we have more good examples than we do have bad examples because the only real bad one I would say is Kofi, though you could give other examples like even and this isn't a bad example, even like Sabito fighting, Thanatos' army in that confined space, the way it's set up, it makes sense for them to be in that specific area because Kaguya is likely teleporting in and out, bringing in more soldiers continuously, and Sabito just can't escape. So it makes sense that the fight and what he does is contained to that general area. And that same thing goes for Lewis's fight with Vayal. They are in a confined area. There's only so much area that they can use to fight, yet their talents and their abilities allow background sort of area to be used because they have these larger creations and these larger things attacking each other and dragging across the ground. And but then we look at the minute aspect of their fight, which is literally them going back and forth, having that more martial related form of combat, right? So to close it out, I would say that Ordeal sort of conflict scaling, I think the range of battles and the, I guess, intensity and setting of battles more often than not is good. There can be examples of it being bad, but I think for what we have, mostly it's good. I do think that at a certain point, you want to not only extend the range of the battle and the scale of the battle so that you actually reaffirm how strong your characters are and reaffirm that the characters who can fly, who can swim, who water is like not a problem for them, like a Zom when he was fighting Cass. You want to use more of that vastness to really show the level your characters are at, right? Um, and then again, if we look at humans, that same thing wouldn't really apply because they don't have those same grander abilities. They have, numbers, right? So it makes sense that they would take up a certain level of area because of how many people there are, but there's only so much real space that a sort of army can and needs to occupy for a battle to really be depicted, right? Any other closing points I need to make? Um, I think the only real point would be like scaling is that, if you're gonna make something vast, if you're gonna give a big area, if you're gonna use it, use the entire area. If you're gonna make it known that a fight will take place in a certain area, like let's just say I was writing a fight and I stated that the entirety of Antarctica will be needed for the fight, right? If the characters only stay in one area in Antarctica, there was no reason for me to mention that the entirety of the continent will be used, right? But if we see the two characters fight, and as they fight, they fling each other across the entire continent, or like half of it gets destroyed in just one attack, it makes more sense why a statement like that would be needed, because now we're actually seeing and it's being reaffirmed that these characters are actually as strong as that we think they are, but also the level at which they are fighting matches the statement, right? What's another good like closing point? You don't have to definitively say how much space is needed for a fight to take place, because some fights will just show that naturally, right? Um, Even though Kofi is a bad example of like the grander aspects of it, he is still moving from bigger, or I should say, he is still going from one place to another as his fight progresses. And the same thing with Azam, even though he's still staying in the confines of the destruction, he is still moving about the area as a whole with his speed, right? Um, I don't like I said, I don't think you need to state um, what or how big an area actually is if you can show it, right? If you can show how big the area is, or if you can provide a sort of small little statement that only reaffirms it, a grander or more definitive statement isn't necessary, right? Um, what's a good example? I mean, I guess I've already mentioned the examples, but yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about this subject. The only really important thing is I want to hammer home is just scaling. If you're gonna use the area, use it, right? If you're gonna show the area, if you're gonna state the area and how big it is or how vast it is, use it, right? If a battle is gonna take place in the ocean, even if the characters stay sort of in a sort of similar area, at least use their ability to show how much destruction they're doing, right? You can have large bodies of water be evaporated or eviscerated or be able to just be moved out depending on the ability, right? That helps show and reinforce the actual scaling of the characters, right? Um, and it'd be just as good if these same characters are actually able to just move about these large bodies of water with no real issues, right? And then in that same vein, you don't need to have a fight be in such a large area. You can keep the confines of a fight to a small area, but that just depends more so on abilities and character intentions. Like Shay can destroy the Colosseum he was fighting in, but he doesn't want to. He's trying not to, right? Things like that, right? So Final close, final points. I'd say more often than not, the conflict scaling in terms of like size and grandness of fights, in terms of like area and setting, is good. I do think we have more good examples of this subject than we have bad examples, especially because it feels a lot more natural in some of the, like earlier aspects, or I should say, it feels a lot more natural throughout the series as a whole. There's no real point where I say outside of Kofi, there's no real question of how big an area is or why an area needs to be so big for such a conflict to take place, right? At no point are we ever wondering that, right? And the only thing about Kofi is that it only feels odd for him is because he stated himself that such a large area was necessary, but then he doesn't actually use that whole area, right? So outside of Kofi, I do think we have more examples of like the setting and the area being utilized properly than we do of the inverse, right? Um, you can say that, you know, depending on the chemios, depending on the abilities, more not only should more of the area actually be used, but we should see more of that aerial destruction, right? That's the only thing you could really add to that. But outside of that, um, if you are using this section of the video, Nara, I greatly appreciate you allowing me to, get my talking points across, help the video. Don't know how you're gonna splice it up, but I greatly appreciate it, man. Keep up the great work. And with that, people, we are gonna switch subjects. Hopefully that good stuff gets saved and is used however Nara feels he wants to use it. Um, who knows? We'll see later on. I don't know. I'm gonna timestamp it or section it so he can use this section, right? But now we are gonna get to that weekly reading. I really can't believe the stream. Anyway, I can't believe the stream cut off because it want to rain and lightning and thunder where I'm at. It's crazy. I am happy that the power came back on like really fast though. So I basically didn't miss a day of streaming because that would have really sucked. Let me just send this message real quick and we'll switch gears here. Let me actually change the screen too. Okay, good. All right. Well, that favor's out the way. Shout out Wolf Nara. Shout out actually let me get the background music going. Shout out Code Archives and shout out freaking collaborations as a whole, man. You know? Okay. I think that background music is a little bit better than the other one. Low key. This guy's alive. He playing his Iron Fist. Don't care. All right, got that background music on. Is it turned down? No, that's a good sound and audio level, I think. I hope at least. Shoot, I really got no point of reference right now. All right. After what's up, Links? After should I think I've technically been streaming for. Let me actually look. Has it been a technical? That's not YouTube. Has it been a technical hour? Maybe like 2. Let me see what it says right here. Hour and 21 minutes. Nice. All right. After an hour and 21 minutes, we also had a pre-stream. Shout out Tekken 8 got a new character. I'll go ahead and stamp that when the stream is over. We're gonna get into this reading, man. We're gonna get into this reading. It's kind of hot in my room, not gonna lie. Gotta full screen that. Let me switch that screen over. All right, let's lock in. Let's lock in. Chat's not working, so go ahead and take that off the screen. All right, we on chapter 70, the title 10. All right, so last week we saw the underpants dude fight one of the stronger what are they called? Impurities? What is the term? Bossera. One of the stronger Bossera. He got they had a decent back and forth, and then he got cut in half. And then he used a forbidden technique, turning himself into an impurity or a fallen impurity, and allowing that showcase to actually lead into what I assume is that Bossera's actual death and defeat, right? And then, as he was sort of dying, we get to see how his son, and Rokuro interact right before he actually passes. And then at the very tail end of the stream in the reading, we got to see Tenma, Rokuro, and Yuto begin their face-off in their conflict, right? And then surprise, we got to see Tenma knows how to use resonance, even though that's supposed to only be reserved for the twin star Exorcist, right? Rokuro and Benio. And I'm really wondering when Benio's gonna come back into play for the story. But as of now, I think that is the most interesting thing that is happening. How does Tenma know how to use resonance? And will they use it to actually defeat Yuto in this fight? Or will Yuto somehow make it out? I think in the last chapter, we actually see Yuto's arm get blown off, because like before, he tried to block it with his arm, yet this time it was too strong. So that just shows Rokuro's growth and, you know, how strong he and Tenma are when they use resonance, right? Let me take a sip of water, and then we'll actually start the official chapter reading. It said, taking highly valuable notes on conflicts as environmental scaling with this. W note taking. Environment isn't, I'm not saying it's something I'm not taking into account when I like write, or when I think about writing fights, or when I imagine fights, because I do have certain things in place that I want to showcase. Like I want like Mount Fuji to be destroyed definitively. I want a lot of destruction to happen in like Australia. I want what's another good example? Like the well, let me remember. Oh, I want I have 2 haste users, and I want that fight to be kind of like a Barry versus Zoom versus Savitar versus Reverse Flash type of fight, where we're seeing from kind of both characters' perspectives how the terrain and the area is, you know, used to their advantage. How like running really fast and cutting a corner can allow a character to like get an advantage, or you know how it doesn't really matter because the other character has like an overhead view, right? And he can fly, so it doesn't really matter if he's cutting corners, right? His opponent's cutting corners. He still has like a crazy visual, right? You know. So these are sometimes like I take them into account directly. Other times it's just sort of just like a byproduct of a fight, you know. Um, but yeah, it just kind of depends on how attentive the actual writer is, and I'm not as attentive as I maybe could be, or you know, as attentive as like another writer. But I think when the intention is there for a specific thing, you note it more, and then you try and disperse it through like other things where it also makes sense, right? Like another example, I'll have another haste user fight a range control user, but I don't want their fight to actually be that far, you know, that widespread covering. At most, it'll be like within the, I guess, the city that they are, and that the range control user is actually, you know, stationed and like lives at, as opposed to them going, you know, throughout different parts of like the country, right? Which is I think I might do for another type of thing where characters are at just different parts of a single country, right? But I'm not too sure on that one yet. Okay, let's get to town. I should put my glasses on. Okay, chapter 70, Tenma. From here on, from the rest of your life, there will never be a single person that understands you. Trauma planted into the young Tenma. Without understanding any of your pain. Okay, the background music gets good. Without understanding any of your pain or solitude, people will continue to praise you as the strongest. Isn't that hilarious? This was such a weird thing to say at the end. Like, why would you say this as you're dying? Why would you say that? And he's like confused as fuck. He's shook. And I know I talked about in a different session where Tenma and Gojo are like kind of like different versions of the strongest, or at least that was my initial interpretation, because Tenma was kind of like a psychotic type of vibes before, but I don't think that's the complete accurate depiction of him that we saw in that chapter, right? Though it may depend on how this fight actually goes too. But I do think he is a really good interpretation of like the strongest within the verse. And I think Gojo is also as well, if I'm being honest, you know? This reminds me of this current fight in Creators. Oh yeah, I'm not there yet. I'm so far behind. I'm on chapter, I think, 8. 8? Unomiya Tenma-sama, we offer you our most sincere congratulations in serving the selection for the successor of Kijin. With the result of the Kodaku ritual, we will conduct the Kijin succession ceremony immediately. It's one ritual after another. They really do all... Oh wait, they really do only see us as tools. What the hell is there... Wait. Is there to... Oh, what the hell is there to congratulate? Is bro shedding tears? Is that water? Oh yeah, he washing his body. Got you. Please, this way. Look at how... What is he, like 10 or 11 here or something? He'll be handing me 35 in the near future. It's funny. There's someone in the back, so you're the one who emerged victorious after all. This nigga look creepy as hell. Oh, hell no. That voice, it belongs to the current Heavenly Commander, Kijin, Unomiya Uden-sama. He's one of the few people that doesn't treat me differently. The outcome was predictable, given your capabilities. You poor thing. Indeed, this nigga looks crazy. 6th head of the Unomiya house, Unomiya Tenma, was it? Listen carefully. The powers bestowed upon the new Kijin can generally be divided into 2 categories. One is the power from the enchanted gears of the Unomiya house, members killed during the Kodaku ritual. And the other is the power of the Shikigami Kijin, which dwells inside your predecessor, such as myself. Okay, let me read that back. Is the power from the enchanted gears of the Unomiya house. Interesting. And then the other is just the Shikigami, alright? Kijin's power vastly differs from that of other exorcists. This succession is, so to speak, your rebirth, and a farewell to your previous self. Farewell? Now we will discuss the important matters. Alongside the power, this information has also been passed down to the successors of Kijin, the beginning of the Thousand-Year War between the Exorcists and Impurities, as well as the future that lies ahead. Okay, so now we know why he knows that information, right? It's literally been passed down in his family, right? The aforementioned is our true mission. The King of Impurities, the creation of Magano, Abi no Seimei is a woman. That shit would throw me for a loop too. Speaking of that, I just found out one of the artists I listen to, that does like Spanish music. It's a girl. Thought it was a boy. It's been a woman this entire time. Not gonna lie, that one threw me for a loop. Let me show y'all who I'm talking about too. I feel like if you heard her voice, you would kind of see it. Cause like in my opinion, she reminds me of how like you find out when women voice act like boy characters, like young boy characters. You know what I mean? Hey, shout out young Miko. She's kind of bad though. Y'all seen the vision? Hold up, digital footprint. This picture, bro, she look like she beat up people, bro. I promise you. But like she look cool as hell right here. Like she look like kind of normal, kind of chill, you know, vibing with everybody. This pic and this pic, hella aura. Especially this one because she got the red on. Hella aura. She also Puerto Rican. You know how I feel about them. Hello. But relating that back, yeah. I think finding out Abi no Seimei is a woman is just like, it's such a surprise, right? Because even when I found out when we were reading, I was kind of shocked too, right? The Miko and the twin stars, Sol and Luna. It truly is unfortunate. What did this little child do to be made to carry such a burden? Quit it, old man. Like Mayumi, Tanaka, and Luffy. Yeah, I didn't know about Tanaka. Quit it, old man. Or like Timmy Turner. Yeah, that's like my only example right now. Don't treat me like some pitiful child. I willingly became a heavenly commander. I don't feel sad, nor do I regret it at all. Is that so? Then I'll stop my prattling. This nigga look creepy as hell. Yeah, feel that weird fear right there. Okay, he doing his chant. He's sitting in the very center of the room right now. He can. Whoa, is that Kijin? I didn't know Kijin was gonna be bad like that, man. What the hell? He getting seals and stuff placed on his body. He says, "My body feels hot, like it's being wrapped in searing hot steel chains." Got this ghostly energy right there. And then if he's right, this should just be Kijin, and it kind of makes sense considering the weapon, but who knows? Actually, I'm actually gonna use this weapon in my store. It's kind of funny. She's the Shikigami Kijin. Oh hell no! I didn't need to see that. Anyway, Kijin kind of bad right here. He. Just one final detail. The secret of the power of Kijin involves taking the role of a vessel. Excuse me. The enchanted guardians of deceased exorcists will fill up the vessel, but not just any enchanted guardians. But not just any enchanted guardians. Made up of the enchanted guardians of deceased female exorcists. Kijin is the result of the twin stars who failed to become Lunas. What? Whoa. What? I'm not gonna lie, the way they're connecting the points in the story is kind of fire. I would have never guessed that. So that's why Kijin is a woman and why she kind of bad a little bit though. Because she's the collective and made up of the enchanted guardians. So she's the collective of enchanted guardians of specifically the twin stars who couldn't become Lunas. So the twin star women who couldn't become the versions of themselves that Benyo was seen to be like, or seen to become. Ki gene is the resulting power of all of the users, or all of the Lunas, or I should say, yeah, all of the Lunas who couldn't actually actualize themselves, right? Made up of the enchanted guardians of deceased female exorcists, Ki gene is a result of the twin stars who failed to become Lunas. That's so interesting, bro. Okay. Does that mean he has a different type of energy then, too? Like them? Stop! Why is he laughing so hard? This is the true form of the strongest? Not even a bit of holiness to it. But he fell? Oh yeah, he has the thing on his stomach. I didn't see that before, okay. Finally. That was exhausting. I'm free at last. And then he withered away. Oh, that's why his eye is different. That's why his eye is different, okay. That's interesting. Oh, that's why he can use resonance. Oh, it finally clicked because he's essentially just a I wouldn't call him a replacement, but he's essentially like another version of Luna, essentially. That's why he can use resonance. Wow, he's like I don't want to call him a substitute twin star, but he's like I don't even know how you would describe that, but that does explain why he could use resonance, because he's basically taking on the powers of dead twin stars, more or less, to like not go into super details on it. And that's why he can use resonance, because by nature he is like the female twin star in terms of power. That's kind of crazy. And then on top of that, he has or I shouldn't say on top of that, and then mix that with the fact that the Shikigami and the talisman, he can throw on the mystic gear too, which just makes him that much stronger as well. So I see why he's the strongest. That's an interesting way to make a character the strongest. The way they weave that lore in there is kind of fire. Oh, stand-in / Horcrux. Yeah, stand-in's a good word. Because, like, he still can't help make them eco, right? And then you're still wondering when Benio's going to come back, so stand-in is good. Okay, I do like the fact that this is why his eyes are different colors, so that's fire. You just throw up. Nice. I feel awful. Don't talk to me like that. I feel awful. And he's repeating that over and over. Don't be so bossy. I feel awful. Shut up. Ah, this is hell. This is creepy as shit. Are these all the women? Is that what this is? I assume that's what it is. I can't fully tell though. Hey, you seem to be in a lot of pain, right? The Oracle? They took him to some secret creepy-ass cavern cave. Yes. So even with your foretelling powers, you're not able to predict your own death? As the exorcist who has gained the strongest Shikigami, it is your responsibility to know your last moment. I won't force you to, though. Oh, okay, so he's gonna look at when he dies, okay. All I have ahead of me is a life with nothing but hopelessness. There's no way you can make me feel worse. Besides, you probably already know when I kick the bucket, don't you? Just spit it out. Oh wait, just spit out what you want to say already. Ha ha ha! Sharp one, aren't you? The singularity, a period of transition, is to come within a few years. According to the Oracle, I am likely to forfeit my life in this great battle. The truth is, the previous Kijin, Unomiya Uden, was also part of the singularity, and he was to die in battle according to the Oracle. But he has already passed on, which means that fate most likely moved from the previous Kijin to you. Oh, so he's gonna die. Got it. Unless something crazy happens, he's gonna die. Man, this is all so messed up. I want you to know one thing. It may be necessary to know your own death, but if it becomes a ray of hope that shines upon the future, then from where you stand, wouldn't that give you the strength to live your life now? In this shitty world, whatever's awful will always be awful, even with a sliver of hope. This guy's a twin star? He's a complete weakling. I have to die for a guy like him? Hello? Oh, come on. What the hell is this? Is this when he dies? Is that his death right here? Okay, yeah. So we're probably gonna. Okay. This is very interesting. How was it? No comment. A lousy death to match my lousy life. What I saw was without a doubt my own death. Still, what was left at the end might have been what this might have been what this Four Eyes calls hope. The feeling that spurred inside me then was, this might not be so bad. Okay, well, he doesn't have a leg. She's not there. He's already dead, so is he, so he's not there either, so what the fuck is going on here? I'll deal with it, I guess. I'll babysit the brats until the time comes. I'm assuming his death isn't taking into account Yuto's existence. Like, it can't. It can't. There's no way it can, because Yuto is basically, like, conceptually, like, Toji, to where they affect the cycle that goes on in the world around them, because they are different by nature. Interesting. Is it despair or hope that shines in his eyes? Alright, take me back. Nice. What an interesting start to the episode, or to the chapter. That was pretty interesting. Let's see how this plays out then, because his death won't look the same as it did before, and I did like the lore information right there. Right. How are you able to use resonance? I always thought that he was a bit girly since I met him, but could he actually be a girl? If another female twin star shows up, then we'll have a surprise love triangle. This is hilarious. Quit thinking about dumb shit. The Heavenly Commander Kiji that I inherited, excuse me, sheesh, uses dead female twin stars as its source of power. What? Don't sweat the small stuff. Check it out. It's King of Monkey Mountain's. Wait. It's King of Monkey Mountain's triggered face, lol. Why the fuck did he... Yo, why did he talk like that, bro? He talked like like he, I don't know, in a Call of Duty server, or like, I don't know, he on Reddit, or like in YouTube comments trolling. I never thought I'd read triggered face in a manga ever. That nigga is triggered though. Look at him. And his arm is gone. I'm assuming he won't regen it, but who knows. He's like gritting his teeth and literally gurring. Let's finish him off. Alright, he doing his little jumpy dash. He going straight to it with his, however this works, this creepy launch. This reminds me so much of Kamen Rider, bro. The way it looks, it's so much. So he's literally launching straight forward while he's dashing off rocks. Okay. Oh, okay. That's what he did to his arm. He said, "Ooh." These dolts really think they've won. He doing his little chant. He would absolutely shit talk in a comment section for sure. He doing his chant. He's calling everybody annoying, and then he's turning his arm into that sword shit that he used before. Basically mimicking Tenma a little bit. So fucking annoying. Alright, they peep what's happening. They dodged the attack. You know what? I'm done playing games. What the hell? Oh, he said now shrapnel? His arm got shrapnel and barbs on it? He said, get the fuck out of my sight right now. Look at the way these shoot out, bro. That's crazy. They look like dragon scales. What? Hey, watch it. Crazy Monkey Mountain rebel. How about you get out of mine? Alright, he throwing out slashes. Okay, they doing something. They doing something because the pressure is showing. You, the strongest? What makes you the strongest? He looks scared as hell. Alright, my nigga Rokuro showing up to the right. No, I'm tripping. That's Yuto counterattacking. I'm tripping. Is this his arm? I can't tell. Yeah, I'm tripping. Anyway. Alright, Yuto's forming a counterattack. Passing right by the slashes. Rocked him across the face. Who the hell are you to interrupt my fight with Roku? Really? You gonna let bro throw these crazy ass blows at you? Is this how you going out right now? And then he throws a final kick at you, setting you back, going out sad. And who are you to join forces with the impurities? It's a great question. If this is a fight between you and me, that's right. Let's finish this then, rope. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rings. Gosh. Oh my goodness. He punched the shit out of bro. He didn't even get a chance to finish his sentence before he got rocked. I know that this is a crazy frame. Just because he not letting him talk at all. He don't care. You're quick. Oh, he says just because you're quick doesn't mean you win. He don't care though. He going in for another punch off rip. Is he evolving? Is this supposed to be evolution? He on his kinesis shit? He gonna form like Far-Re type bone blades? Kimimaru type bone blades across his chest? Now he's attacking? Look how stunned he looks, bro. 1, 2, 3, 3. He literally one attack for each like blade, I guess. My bad. Did that hurt Roku? He broke all 6 of them? Hell yeah, he broke all 6 of them. He kind of flexed on him a little bit. Even if I'm hurt or impaled or broken or bent or even dead, W charge in, I won't give up. And he hit him with his right hand. You know that's a stronger one. He hit him into the ground. I like that you can see it right here too. He talking about some tee-hee. Okay. Look at the immediate lock-in. Well, since you're already going for it, I'll let you chalk up the win, twerp. They hold their hands. They activate in resonance. Crimson Meteor smash over flame. Look at this nigga's fist, bro. This reminds me of you ever watch a Future Card Buddy Fight? Let me see if I can pull up. Gargantua Punisher. Oh, you know what? He has a different version of it. It's like the fist. If I look up fist, will it show up? I don't think it'll show up. Wait, maybe. Oh, it's a GIF. Nah. Anyway, this reminds me of an anime called Future Car Buddy Fight. Y'all look into that. That'd be childhood. Let me scroll. Damn. I really enjoyed the double spreads in this manga. Oh, let me close this out too. Look at how in sync they are. Oh man, look at that. I like how they're right at the gate too. Fat ass beam of flame and fire. Okay, huffing and puffing. Yuto. Oh, they done knocked bro back into base form. Really? That's it? Yuto, you a little disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little disappointed. They beat your ass. So, Tsuchi Mikado Island, Ascending Tower of Satan. Satan. Alright, she doing her chant. Whoa. Oh, she got plants and roots and shit? Wood Virtue, Reverend Virtue, Holy Blades, Corpse Thresher. Interesting. Impressive. Oh, that's this one right here. Okay, so hers is Wood Virtue. Um, or Wooden Virtue. I'm assuming it's Corpse Thresher, and his is Reverend Virtue, Holy Blades. Right. She's using wood to bind him, and he's using I'm not sure what Reverend is, but it looked like light to me. It could be something else to make swords. Ooh, WT. He kind of got that Byakuya vibe with this one when he uses Bankai. But specifically that one like technique where he has a whole bunch of the blades around him, the katana. That's what this looked like. He just sent them straight into bro. How many did he make? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Was that 10? Yeah. That'd be a piercing technique. This is not where I meet my demise. As I shoot Shusuke Gin? Gin? I'm gonna say Gin. For now I'm gonna say Gin. As I Shusuku Gin have a duty to await for my lord Tenma-chama's return. Alright? This nigga, look at him swinging his arm right here, or farming and shit. Just what you'd expect from chief branch member. Oh, from the chief branch member of the Unomiya house. He's just some weirdo with a fetish for Tenma-sama after all. I'm also gonna go all out from the start. Alright, so she turns her energy. She then went from being a BBW to mad slim. She's skinny as hell now. Excruciating fist of blazing silk. It's kind of cool. Look at her fist. She got fat ass boxing gloves on. Pummeling bro right in the face. Look at how his hair squished in now. Breaking teeth and shit. Tahi, I wish Tenma-sama saw that. Look, you're not paying attention. Your dumbass got bit. Are you serious? This is what you get when you don't pay attention. Musugishi-sama. Fugoyo. Look at her leg. Look. Now you crying out in pain. Screaming no. Because you wasn't paying attention. Worrying about if a nigga saw you do some cool shit. Dumbass. Swift Earth, God of Wind, be mine agent. Red Eagle Blade of Violent Dance. Look at my nigga showing up on some cool shit. Look. Did he cut his head off? It looked like it. Stabbed him, ran up his body, filleted that nigga. He clean with it. Yeah, exercise my boy. And look, her leg is fine now. It didn't go all the way through. She didn't get her leg bit off. Like it's Walking Dead. And look at how he land, clean as hell. Jumping in head first like that, it's rather unbecoming, don't you think? Look, bro, look at the freaking effects in the background. She's like, I have Tenma-sama. No, but she feeling, bro. KG. Sorry for the delay, Shuhei-san. Combat Units 6 and 7 have just arrived. Let's quickly exercise these overgrown pests, then go help Kankuro-san and the others. Oh, right. Okay. Who's that? I think it's Mayura, and that's the member of the Amawaka house. We have to put an end to this ridiculous battle as soon as possible. You see how she using her guns to shoot and fucking blick bro down? He just dodging them. Didn't he have what, gravity? A gravity ability? Oh, what is happening here? I'm not sure what these are. But he got his arms wrapped around something. And look, he just wiggling. This nigga got that Orochimaru vibe. It's actually terrifying. He then used his arms to wiggle and wang and wrangle and mangle something and just split it, completely destroy it. Look. You fiend. That accursed Sakanashi deceived us. Shioji decided he would rather not die in this place like some dog in a losing battle. I think it's so interesting that like his character, he doesn't talk, so like the way they use or they do his dialogue is in the form of a thought, like we're reading an actual book. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Though it does seem like he's actually thinking, at least these two parts right here. The you fiend and then that's a curse Sakanashi deceived us. Okay. So he's pulling out his talisman or his charm. So when we switch back, he's gonna equip that or have it already on. Right? Now we're going back to this fight. This sensation, he's still alive, but he definitely shouldn't have much power left. Yuto, look at him remembering shit. Look at him remembering shit. Did we ever get an explanation as to why he has an eye patch as a child? I don't remember if we did or not. Kagome, The Bird in the Cage, a Japanese children's game and song. When oh when will it come out? In the night of dawn. Who is that? Behind me. A haunting melody faintly echoes in the distance. Oh, hell no. Alright, that was chapter 70. Alright, so we went from chapter 70, which was Tenma, to chapter 71, which is Yuto. So now we're getting a little bit more character focus. Yo, Benio look clean as hell right here, man. Clean as hell in that mask. That is such a fire design, bro. Okay, so this is them playing the game. Plunging deep into memories of his younger days. Who is that behind me? Or I should say, who is that behind me? Okay. Hee. If you laugh, he'll find out. I got it. Benio. Okay, so we're playing a game as a kid. My name is Adashino Yuto. Oh, what a cover. Hold your breath and open your ears. This world is making a distorted noise. Gosh, this cover is crazy. This got that JJK vibe. Maybe even like something different. I don't know. Okay, we getting kid flashbacks. All right. We exorcists live in a place called Tsuchimikado Island. In order to fight against evil impurities, we train day after day. I'll protect my precious family. So this is them playing. This is them training. This is them walking. I'll get it. You wait here, Benio. Please be careful, Nisama. Yep, I'll be okay. See? I got it. And the fucking rock fell. And now he... Look at this. Look. This is so crazy. I'm assuming this is how he lost his eye. Which is crazy how I just asked that. This nigga went to grab his sister's hat. And the rock piece fell off from the edge of the cliff. That is so crazy. Yo, that is actually so crazy, bro. This nigga just tried to be a helpful brother. Did he slip or did it crack? It says slip right here, so I'm assuming he fell, but like, the incline don't even look that bad. Maybe it's a lot worse than it seems, but maybe because it looks a little bit worse here, but like right here it looks a little more flat. So he hopped over the little fence, got his hat, said he'd be fine, and he was fine, bro. Like he was good. His foot slipped on whatever, and then he fell to what looked like his impending doom. Yuto! Stay with me, Yuto. His condition is looking extremely grave. There's no easy way to say this, but Yuto-kun may never wake up again. Oh, and he was in a coma. Okay. Nisama, wake up. Please wake up, Nisama. I can hear Benio crying. Why? What is she crying about? Benio. I'm right here. Okay, this is them playing the game. Who is that behind me? It's Benio, and it's the fucking... Is that the damn King of Impurities, nigga? You're telling me... You're telling me he fell off a cliff, got put into a coma, and he's dreaming of the origins of their war. That's so crazy. That's so crazy, bro. That doesn't even happen. How do you explain that? I think this is what, the fourth time we're looking at these origins from a different perspective now? Or is it the third time? The first time was Tenma Tarokro. The second time I think it was Benio. And then we got that additional information from the person who actually technically made him an impurity. I feel like there was one more though. And then I know there's this one as well. Okay, do not falter. Keep fighting. The one who will defeat the King of Impurities will be us. Look. Look, these niggas were perfectly fine. Gone. Disappeared, eaten. Look, he getting munched on, and he treated him like a gusher. Oh, is that his foot? Oh, man. What is this? A dream? Or reality? Who is the King of Impurities? Yo, this nigga's having a nightmare about the past. Okay. Please, have a look. Is this likely the work of God coming down to enact punishment? Chemical weapons won't work on them. These are monsters called impurities. The state of the world is being violated as we speak. We look like a feast to them. I can't stand it anymore. Now I'll be signing off. And with that, I bid everyone farewell. So he was talking to a crowd or to himself, can hardly tell. And then he's like, just kill myself, and he jumped off a building. Sure. I'm not sure what's happening here. Oh, that dude shot himself. It looked like they blew up a city or something. Yeah, it looked like they nuked a city. See if that would work, and it didn't. And we literally see them being perfectly fine in these flames. So, just what is this? A reality I don't know. Or could it be the future that awaits us? No. There's no way, just no way. How long will I have to keep watching this? This can't be. It's a dream. A dream. Like, wait, a dream like this. Somebody, help. Please, stop. Send me back home. Yeah, this is how you should react to this, by the way. This is a proper reaction. This is a good depiction. He also looks crazy as fuck right here, by the way. Like, his eyes are peeping through here. But, like, the way his other eyes coming through, that shit's crazy. And then this one, not any better. This nigga look crazy. But again, proper reaction. Is this him? Who is that? Oh. Next up is what happens to you guys. Is this nigga telling him? Is this a past version of himself showing himself what happened? Look at how he has his sister's head, bro. What be wrong with niggas, man? He done lost it. Is this one that got sealed then? Why the King of Impurities all gold like that? Or I should say white. All white like that. Look at him, bro. Look. Oh, is this when they nuked the city? But it didn't work? But he just died instead? Are they laughing in the flames? Oh, that's still him. That's why. This nigga's crazy, bro. And he disappeared. Okay. He got incinerated. Ah, so he lost his mind in that dream. Got it. Got it. So he lost his mind, especially after watching his past older self die. Like you see him, he's literally watching it the entire time, and then he grins and he starts laughing, and then he woke up from the coma. He looked crazy right here. Yuto, thank goodness you've woken up. Yeah, he wildin'. Huh? Yuto? Calm down. Hey, what's wrong? Yeah, this nigga screaming. You don't know what he's seeing. After being in a coma for close to half a year, Yuto-sama has finally woken up. The doctor was shocked and called it a miracle, but every day since he's been discharged from the hospital, it seems like he's been seeing some nightmare. Well, he's gone through such a frightening experience, it's only natural. I hope he gets better soon. Yeah, he got them Jin Azam eyes right now. This nigga don't get no good rest. If what I saw in my dream might actually happen in this reality, painful training and studying spells, none of that will be rewarded. I wonder, what purpose do exorcists live for? Why? Wait, why were humans born? Nisama, are you still not feeling well? If you're in pain, please tell me, okay? Yep, I'm okay. Sorry for worrying you. That's right. There's no way I could prove it was me looking into the future in the first place. Even if what I saw happen someday, it isn't enough of a reason to abandon the exorcist way of life. I'll become stronger so I can protect my family. I just need to carry on with my way of life. Yuto-sama, this is terrible. Hyuga-sama and Saki-sama were... Yeah, but that's when their parents died. Yep, and she's bawling and crying, of course. What the hell is this? You left us. Now we're all by ourselves. Well, you just went off and died. This nigga's mad because they're dead? Dude, what's wrong with niggas? And then he want to act like he didn't just think that. How could I think of something like that? They're my mother and father. From now on, I have to pull myself together. Nigga pissed off because his parents are dead. Once more, Benio. Now get up. You won't be able to face mother and father like that. Poor Benio-sama. Due to the shock of losing her parents, she seems unable to control her enchanted powers properly. I feel bad for her, but that's the end of the line for an exorcist. Benio, come on. Father, mother, pull yourself together. And she's screaming. He said, Benny, you know what? Take this fucking right hand. Smack the shit out of her. Take this right hand. No matter how much you cry, nothing can turn things back to the way they were. Why? And he started beating on her because, you know, he's a bad brother. Why? Why do you do nothing but make things harder for me? Yuto-sama, please calm down. Look. And then he realized he was just beating on his sister. And she's scared and he traumatized from what he just did. For sibling, it's unfortunate, but I think it would be better for the both of them to keep their distance until the emotional scars heal. Oh, so that's why they were separated. Got it. And that's the Ijika house. I'm sorry. Benya, what have I done to you? My head, it hurts. My head is... All I smell is iron. I need to get a hold of myself, but... My head, it hurts so much. I have to protect Benio. It's splitting. Again, I'm gonna lose it again. Benio. This nigga's going through something crazy. I will protect Benio. His head is literally pulsing and throbbing, by the way. Somebody. Oh, okay. Different vision? This is crazy. The hell is that? Huh? What is this? What's with these people? They're conducting some kind of ritual? Oh, hell no. That's when they made impurities? A failure. Exorcise it. Humans turning into impurities. Alright. Next. What is this? What's going on? Stop. Please stop already. Such terrible things. The Exorcists that I admired so much, were they really doing such terrible things? No matter what we do, it really isn't possible after all. From now on, all research on fallen impurities is prohibited. This doesn't leave this room. So these niggas were doing fallen impurity experiments. Crazy. See, it is impossible to take on the powers of the impurities. Those who have passed on won't be able to rest in peace at this rate. That's enough. If you say any more, your mouth will be sealed next. Crazy. In any case, this technique will never be revealed to the outside. Is that the whatchamacallit family? How was he getting these crazy ass visions, bro? Like, he just getting the perfect and proper seeds. Specifically that one. What was that just now? Fallen impurities? Trying to acquire Gin powers? That's absurd, but one thing I do know is that due to the accident that day, it's likely that the powers of my previous self, or that of my previous guardian, has now awoken within me. The images of the tragic future and the ritual of the fallen impurities I saw just now, those are scenes that exist. Yeah, those are scenes that oh, whoops. Those are scenes that the existence inside me saw with its ability to see through the future, and I saw those same images through my dreams. Interesting. If that's something inside me is trying to influence me somehow because of my fervent desire to become stronger, fallen impurities, I absolutely cannot forgive something like that. But if the power I've longed for really can be obtained, then I definitely can do it. If I protect Benio, I'll dye myself with impurity. Huh. So you're telling me you're doing all this to protect your sister? You forgot the fact that you lost your mind, huh? Good morning. Good morning. You seem to be in a good mood today. Yes. By the way, could you send off the letter for me? Sure, no problem. So where is it going to? It's for mother and father. About how things are going on. Wow. About how things are going now. Huh? Letters to Hyuga-sama and Saki-sama? Yeah. He's already written a ton. He makes sure to write one every day. It's finally come, hasn't it? There's no helping that Yuto anymore. Wait, before the reputation of the house deteriorates any further, it would be better to send him to a branch family on the mainland, and that's how he ended up with the Ichigas. Got it? Maybe it's better that I'm on the mainland since I'm allowed to fight in Magano. Hello there, welcome. You must be Yuto-kun. Kinda bad though. It must have been tough on the island. Here you won't have to feel like you're making anyone worry. You can even call me Big Sister if you want. Okay, thank you very much. And what the hell happened to her? He killed him? Oh, this nigga's crazy. Look at her neck, bro. Her neck is literally me. She's looking in the opposite direction. There's no way other than getting actual proof to confirm whether the dream I saw was a delusion or reality. To obtain the power of fallen impurities, I must sacrifice a part of my body. Wait. For me? Oh, he stabbed his own eye? Oh my gosh. Wait for me. Okay, Benio? Strong. I'm going to be strong. And then I'll get you. Oh, and then I'll go get you. This nigga is taking out his own eyeball. This nigga hardcore. This is what happens when you lose your mind, huh? The Ichika house on the mainland? Yes. What happened was everyone except Yuto-sama was killed in Magano. That'd be sabotage. He is always met with misfortune at every turn. No. Maybe that child is the one carrying misfortune with him. How should we deal with him? He would just be a nuisance if he came back to the island now. Put him in a nearby Exorcist training dormitory or something. Okay, that's how he ended up with these niggas. There's one nearby the Ijika house. It's called Hinatsuki. It's called the Hinatsuki Dormitory. Let me introduce our new friend. This is Ijika Yuto. Let's all get along. Wow. Look at all those. Wait, look at all of these test subjects. The moment he stepped in, he already viewed everybody there as test subjects. Crazy. But I guess he and Roku actually ended up becoming friends. Crazy. Look at this shit. Die, 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 die. All you feeble humans should die. Creepy ass laugh. Those who don't become my sustenance. Those who get in my way. Those who jeopardize my family should all die. Gengi, you do realize that your parents are dead, right? And your sister, you basically act like you hate your sister. Do you not understand this? I'm telling you, this is what happens when you lose your mind. You start to justify all your actions. This is what happened right here. I need enchanted power. Even if all the people in this country sacrifice themselves, it still wouldn't be enough yang power. And then I will receive the power of yin. Huh? What was it again? What was the reason I wanted to become strong? I wonder. And see, look, he's fucking lost it. He's lost his marbles. Kagome, Kagome, the bird in the cage. When will it? Ooh, wait. When? Oh, when will it come out? Will it come out? In the night of dawn, the crane and the turtle slip away. Who is that behind me? Benio? Oh. Oh, Benio, what happened to your legs? Well, this is after he blew her fucking legs off. Sure. It was you. Wait, it was you who did it, wasn't it? Yeah, he's literally lost his mind to the point where he doesn't even realize that this isn't happening. He's delusional, if you will. Schizophrenic, maybe? I'll never forgive you. So this is him currently. I'm not sure if he's like remembering this right now, and then he's looking up and thinking he's seeing the King of Impurities. Because this is definitely him currently, and this is right after he got hit by the attack. Okay. So he's powering up off the delusion on his Arthur shit. Okay, they're both surprised by this. My cute, precious Benio. Oh, okay. He doesn't evolve on niggas. Who made... Wait. I'm assuming they're supposed to say who made you cry? Ow. Look at his eyeball. Nasty. How do you even explain this? Who made her cry? It's a white Gentai. Oh, he became like a whatchamacallit a little bit? I think the other two became freaking chair. Can you stop breaking, please? Was it Sakanashi became like that? And then I think Kamui became like that. And then what about I forgot the dude with the long hair. Was it Hijirimaru? Wow, the fact that I remember his name is kind of crazy. Okay, it's a white Gentai. Right when he was about to run out of enchanted power, somehow it looks like we guessed wrong. 4 eyes. What the hell do you mean? 4 eyes. Wait, 4 eyes, and I first believed that King of Monkey Mountain had awakened some of the Twin Stars' memories before his sister in an accident of some sort. Oh, okay, so they had guessed that prior, okay. So this is Rokuro asking what the hell he means, and he says 4 eyes, and I first believed that King of Monkey Mountain had awakened some of the Twin Stars' memories before his sister in an accident of some sort. Oh, is it because he's a twin? Is that why it's possible that he's a twin, or because he's a twin to a Luna that he somehow was able to like? Or I should say that was somehow able to occur, since he's the only one of him to ever exist. Yuto's a twin star? Whether or not it's a coincidence or on purpose, for the first time, a female twin star was born with a twin, and as her twin, he knew about the fate of the twin stars, which was why he tried to confront fate in his own selfish way. But that form is different. That thing is on a whole other level compared to the fallen impurity form from earlier. It's more like it'd be dangerous if we came in contact with it. Oh, hell no. He said you shouldn't even touch it. Okay, so he's done charging. This is kind of clean. And then he instantly appeared with a freaking shadow ball like his Pokemon. You hurt my precious family. Here he comes, twerp. If we hold back even a little, we're dead on the spot. Give it everything you've got. I was genuinely wondering how the conflict was going to continue, because these niggas basically bodied him, so... Interesting. So, oh wait, so I was right. So because he's a twin to a Luna, he's considered a twin star as well. And that's how he can somehow gain the memories of a Luna, or essentially gain memories in relation to Luna and the truth of what happened. Does that mean he could do resonance too? I guess that also adds to how he can be or take on impurity like powers more easily, because he's related to a Luna, or is considered a Luna himself, I guess. So that's 3 Lunas? Or 3 Luna amps, I guess? Well, maybe not, because he's still seen to some extent as, like, I guess, a human, whereas she's now more impurity like. But considering they're twins, they're similar, and so he can also kind of gain what she would or will gain, but through a more roundabout means, I guess. Okay, this is interesting. Anyway, using Shadow Ball, they finna lock in. If we hold back even a little, we're dead on the spot. Give it everything you've got. They didn't activate a crazy big sword technique. Okay, look at him. Look at him drooling. Put your saliva back in your mouth, sir. You're nasty. Look at this nigga screaming too. Okay, that's definitely not Shadow Ball. That's Final Shine Shot. That's that y'all know that move that what's his name? Vegeta used. But it's black as hell instead of being like green. And they're combating his blast with their own blast, but from the way their perspective is drawn, their blast is a little smaller. I'll chop off your hands and feet for making Benio cry. Let's eat vomit. Let's eat vomit. Blow out the candles and ready a story before bed. What is wrong with this nigga, bro? Oh, he done put more energy into it. He done put more energy. Oh, his arm grew back too, by the way. You see, I knew their blast was smaller. Look, they getting overtaken. We can't push him back. Could it be the damage inflicted earlier? What are you talking about? You got beat on and now you're weaker? What are you talking about? Or did he absorb your shit? Why you? Okay. You finna let go? Oh no! Oh no! He grabbed it. He let go of Rokuro's hand, grabbed him and threw him behind him. Look, he lost too. He finna freaking protect him? Uno. Oh, hell nah. Now he flashing back to the time he was a kid. He looked back at Rokuro, smiling. Rokuro surprised off that one. Look at this freaking beam attack, bro. This is truly some Dragon Ball shit, man. Okay. And you could tell us you could tell us some Dragon Ball shit because he's still holding the pose. That's so funny. He's still holding the pose too. Okay. He lost his arm? An unrelenting shadow towers over Rokuro. Okay, well, we knew he was gonna die, so he should be technically dead here, but ow. But this does differ from what we saw, or what he originally saw, and I'm pretty sure his fortune. I'm pretty sure his fortune, or yeah, or whatever, the oracle, the vision, didn't take into account Yuto's existence essentially. So it was more so falling in line with what would happen normally, as opposed to what would happen in this different variation of the cycle, right? That was chapter 71. That was kind of crazy. I wasn't really expecting him to sacrifice himself. More so, kind of just die as a result of the fight. You know, that makes sense. All right, so we're on chapter 72, Twin Star Exorcist. This is what it means to be the strongest. Okay. Tenma protected Rokuro from Yuto's attack. Oh, really? Tenma! Onomiya Tenma! Why did you... Yeah, you look like shit, bro. You alright? Well, I did risk my own life, so... Even if you died from that, then I guess that means you only have your own weakness to blame. But why? Why did you protect me? If you're the strongest, then shouldn't you survive till the very end? Ha! Spare me the pointless remarks. I'm just a stand-in after all. Ooh, okay. And that's what we said earlier. He was a stand-in. That's what we said earlier. That's crazy. Herbie Underpants guy told you about the singularity, right? If the twin stars die here, then all of this would be for nothing. Out here thinking he's like Piccolo, this shit crazy. Okay. Let me check my messages real quick. Wait. Alright, let me scroll. Okay, so we have Yuto being surprised that Ro's still alive. Seemingly, at least. Well, if they reveal the final characters for... What's that called? Marvel Tokon? We can watch that too, low-key. 25, okay. We're on 73. Okay, wait. Besides, just like Pervy Underpants guy, it was already decided a long time ago that I would die here. It's different than the image I saw in the past, but, well, this doesn't feel so bad. I just want to smash it all to pieces. I can't believe in anything. I don't want to believe in anything. Not in the Exorcist, not in Tsuchimikado Island. I hope that this shitty world would get torn apart. I've always hoped that it would all just disappear and fade to nothing. Hey, you. Hey, you think so too, right? Yeah, I do. Okay, I got it. I'll fill in for you, so take it easy. I'm gonna smash it all in your place. The Exorcist, Tsuchimikado Island, and the battle against impurities. I'll wipe the entire slate clean. It's not I will. Change it to we will. Huh? What? Don't you get it? You're not alone. It's not just a figure of speech. You guys really do become as useless as you can be when you're apart. Huh. What the hell are you saying? Live on. Together with Benio. A.W. Romans. Oh fuck no. This looked like that move. Damn, what is that move called? I don't remember. It's that move that Goku Black and whatchamacallit, Zamasu used. It's in a Dragon Ball Fighter Z game too. This looks just like it. Oh my goodness, this is terrifying. And look at his face right here, bro. Okay. So he's like, hey bro, don't forget about your wife. Don't forget about your wife. And then he had to like really say it, live on together with Benio. So that means if you thought Benio wasn't gonna come back into the plot, you thought wrong. I don't know who would have thought that, but you thought wrong. Uno Mia Tenma, and now he's dead. Okay. I don't even know how to read that part. He said cockroaches. Oh, twin cockroaches. Maggots. Locusts. Guess this is where I hold out. This is where I stand my ground. Oh, fuck no. Bring it on, Yuto. And then a bunch of friggin' impurities. Where did they even come from? Where are they pouring out from? I'm so lost. What? The hell? This shit hella confusing. It's like they're being teleported in almost. You. What? What happened? The accursed Sakanashi deceived us. Shioda decided he would rather not die in this place like some dog in a losing battle. Shioji chanted loudly. External conductor dark rags. Okay, so he was about to get attacked. He peeped it. Dodged out the way because he's too nice. The impurity suddenly started attacking Tajida-san simultaneously? No, they're protecting that Basara. Okay, he's doing a chant. Magano gate open. Humbly I beseech thee. So he opened the gate to Magano and poured all the impurities in it? The Magano gate. Are those bastards planning on running away? No. Tatada, do not pursue them on your own. He wants to fight so bad. Well, that isn't very nice, leaving early by yourself. Ah, well, that's also my cue to take off. Hold on. You're running away from me again? And he was putting belt to ass on you, lady. It's not like I've got any debt to Sakana-san, or even any obligation to be here. Rather, aren't you glad that you were able to escape death? Hold her ass. You should know better than anyone else that I despise fighting. So they definitely have history. The impurities are escaping into Shioji's open Magano gate. They're retreating. The enemies are going to retreat. Checking remaining enemy readings. There are 3 impurities left. 3 impurities that are approximately risk level A. Interception units 3 and 4 that were previously deployed. You are to protect the wounded. Okay. And we'll clear up the rest. A hunt for runaways. I can't lie, these niggas are clean. I can't lie. Let me change how I'm sitting in this chair real quick. These niggas are clean. I like him more, but the way he's posing right now, it's kind of Zadari coded a little bit. Not too much though. I also like that they're using different swords. I like that too. Adata-sama. We have confirmed the location of the impurities' escape route. The location they escaped to is depth 2013. That 2013 is currently where Unomiya Tenma-sama and Inamaru Rokuro-sama are still battling against Ichika Yuto. What? Rokuro? You got some nerve for putting a damper on my important rematch. Fine by me. Let's do this, alright? Look at the immediate lock-in. If you're not like this, you can't be on the team. Here's the halftime show before round 2 of the fight. This is funny. That's funny. Is that the Twin Star? Shioji was surprised to find the Twin Star fighting so close to where he was. Gaja? Are you not going to attack the Twin Star? Shioji inquired. It's a hassle, so I'm heading back. It'd also be a pain if pursuers arrived while I stuck around. I suppose that's true, Shioji concluded. Since Shioji believed it would be most convenient for him and the Twin Star and Ichika Yuto. Since Shioji believed it would be most convenient for him if the Twin Star and Ichika Yuto killed each other here. Please grant me entry to Magano. Let me go support Rokuro. Wait, it's far too dangerous for individuals to act impulsively. I'll accompany the little lady then. We will act as the Rokuro and Tenma rescue team, Arata-san. I also need to repair the weakened barrier there. Mr. Uji? And are you sure about that? You barely have any strength left. Look at his homie talking to him. Then are you saying we should leave Rokuro for dead? Obviously not. I don't plan on letting Head-sama die. That's funny. Kango-san. Kakuro-san. Understood. However, I'll be assigning the team. Your team must consist of at least 2 units in order to be granted entry. Wait for me, Rokuro. Damn, Gengi? Right? Like, get out of that. You ain't no way you should be getting bit up right now. Who's going all types of crazy in your fight against him? Now you're getting bit up by fat ass, big head ass, ugly ass, Blues Clues ass, impurities. Yep. Burst that bubble. Get out of that. Okay, he landed. Are you bleeding, sir? Oh, is he throwing up blood? That's disgusting. Yep, barf mixed with blood has got to be the absolute nastiest thing ever. Yeah, bro, you need help. You need help. We need to heal my boy. He out of it right now. I need to. This nigga actually just got rocked. Hey, this nigga look like the I think it's a black dude in like a meme where he's like winding up a punch. I think it might be like a Vine. I don't know. He look like that. Somebody out there will know who I'm talking about, but he looks. It's like almost a 1-to-1 for real. Anyway, he winded up his punch, rocked my nigga Rokuro. He got no energy left to fight. His shit fading. Crap, my intended gear is about to. It's gone. Yup, see, his shit faded. Look at how much bigger his hand is. I can't die in a place like this. I haven't achieved anything yet. I still haven't settled anything. Live on, together with Benio. Hey, wait a minute. Come to think of it, all I've ever said to Benio were empty words like, you won't be able to eat ohagi anymore. I'll go to the island first. I never did properly express to her words like, I promise, did I? Okay, I've made up my mind. I will live. Benio. Oh, this nigga fighting. Bare knuckles. Yo, come help my boy. He's gonna die. I will live on together with you. Hey, if this not how you plan on living with your wife, you don't have this mentality, don't get married, gangy. Alright, who pulled up to save him? Because my nigga was gonna go out real sad right here. Look. He like, I want this piece. And he's like, no, let me get this piece right here. And he's like, well, he already got his hand in my mouth, so I might as well just eat right there, huh? Hate niggas. Alright, somebody came to save them, hit a crazy combination on all the impurities around. Okay, they still going crazy. Who is that? They going crazy. Oh, that must be his wife, huh? It got to be his wife. It's a similar attack pattern. It must be. He finna fall over, but he caught himself. Heart of Flame. He got his hand out. Oh, look at... Oh my gosh. I gotta scroll back up because that shit was so fire. Oh my gosh. She always show up cool as hell. Every single time. Alright, alright. Just when he... I love it here. Just when he decided to live together with his future wife, locked in, fighting through all the pain, he fighting a freaking fat ass A-grade impurity. Already got his hand bitten up. Other niggas is grabbing at him. He think about his wife. Guess who show up? Look at the attack pattern. Look at the attack pattern. She going crazy around him. He lost and confused. I can't tell if this is him falling. It has to be. It has to be him landing right here. Because then he looks and look. She jumping around, kicking niggas in faces. And she going straight headshots too, except for this right here. Hit my nigga right in the stomach. I know he finna throw up. He looking all around. The pull-up is mythical grade. He looking all around. He got blood over his eyes. He can barely see, but he know who there. Look, he finna fall forward, but he caught himself. He put his hand out, and he say the words like he already knows what it's about. Heart of Flame, and look who show up. She pulled up clean as hell. She got so much aura every time she show up like that. Oh my gosh. And in the way it's drawn where he's standing exactly the same, but the intensity on her with the impact lines and the light. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. You couldn't get any cleaner. And look at how she... And I think I pointed this out when I first saw them do this. He says the initial attack phrase, Heart of Flame, and she finishes it with Crimson Strike. Instant grab of the hand. Resonance. Oh my gosh. Chapter 72. Twin Star Exorcist. Yo, she clean as hell. Oh, does that mean her mask is black now? Oh, that shit is so fire to me. Truly, it's so clean. It is truly so clean. And she only got the speed amps on her legs. Yo, this mask is so fire. I can't wait to steal the concept a little bit. Not too much, though. There's no greater dap up. She's so fire, bro. Resonance. Yeah, I think these are like the Fisher bullet thingies. Yeah. Sky Strizer. Even this sounds like a damn Power Ranger move. Oh yeah, yeah. Each attack going straight, look, ripping straight through him. Head, torso, leg, arm. They're done for. Look, head gone, 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 gone. Pierce straight through. That piercing damage something crazy in this manga. New enchanted power reading detected in depth 2013. Whoever it is appears to be assisting in Maru Rokuro-sama. That reading just now was resonance. Could it be Adishino Benio? But where did she come from? Her reading was nowhere to be found on Tsuchimikado Island. How did she reach depth 2013? Did she somehow come directly from the mainland's Magano? Did she travel across Magano's ocean by herself to get here? If she's not willing to do that for you, you married the wrong one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you. If she's not willing to do that, yeah, she's not the one for you. Find a better one. Find a better one. Benio. Is it really you, Benio? Yes, it's me, Rokuro. I'm sorry, Rokuro. I really did want to return to your side much sooner, and yet, it took me so long. It's okay, don't sweat it. It's alright. I was just thinking about you. Ha ha ha. How amazing is that? See? Crazy how that happens sometimes. Whoa, hold up. Hold up, before we get to this crazy ass, cool ass panel, Look at the way it detached off her face though. Oh, she must have you think she used her powers, like her knowledge, to like kind of focus her powers into the mask? I don't, because it never took that form before. It never had this Black Panther type hexagonal disappearance before. It was literally just a physical mask that needed to have a charm placed on it. Anyway, let's keep going. Roku, there's something I want to tell you. Something I've always wanted to tell you. Once I finally got to see you. Rokuro, I love you. Man, if she say it like this, looking at me like that, I forgot what happened to her eye. Did I miss something? I must have missed something at some point. But you see how like her brother lost his left eye and she lost her right eye? W twins, hello. Oh, and they got a kiss going. Oh, he kissed her. She's surprised. That's her eyeball right there. She wasn't expecting that. I've also been thinking about you all the time. He sure has. He sure has, lady. I love you so much, Benio. I'm so glad, Rokuro. A W love story. W love story. We'll always be together and never be separated ever again. I promise. Look at look at these niggas kissing and activating attack at the same time. Gold Smash Bloody Glaive. This is so crazy. I don't even think I could write something like this. It just wouldn't fit in my story, but this is kind of fire. This is actually kind of fire. To have the main characters show their love in like the most intense situation so far, and then for like them to kiss while the attack is going off, protecting each other from the impurities. They high up in the air, not even caring about them because their attack is just going crazy. Hell yeah, I'm all for that. I am all for that. I'm also all for this hunger though. I'm fucking hungry as shit. I need some food, man. The Shinja class impurities are being completely annihilated, and Maru Rokuro-sama's enchanted powers are slightly increasing. Kofi wasn't anywhere near like this. Oh, that's so funny. Low key, this is some shit I would expect from Roberto and Ariel. Just a tad bit. Just a tad bit. The Twin Star Exorcist. So what's the deal with the eye patch? Did you get hurt? No, it's a lot has happened. Okay, so we must have missed when this happened. They haven't shown it to us yet. I see. Yeah, same here. I have tons of things I want to talk about with you. But before that, we have some unfinished business to take care of. Oh, you know what this is a really good example of? Y'all know about the concept of absence makes the heart grow fonder, where we literally see they were separated for what felt like forever, and they were going on their own journeys, accomplishing their own things, yet they were still thinking about each other in the back of their heads or even in the forefront of their minds. And he admits it right here. I've also been thinking about you all the time. He's been thinking about her, but he's not around her. He can't even say hi. He can't call her. He can't do anything like that. But he has to focus on himself. But still, in the back of his head, he's thinking about her. And what he does for himself is also supposed to help her. W husband, first of all. Only a real man can do something like that. So she says I love you. He says I love you. And he admits that he's been thinking about her. Yeah, W concept right there. This was executed kind of perfectly. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think you could bring her back in any other way. It wouldn't fit to even just have her show up in the aftermath of this conflict. It basically wouldn't work to have her show up even before either. But to have her show up right when Rokuro needs it the most, yeah, that's a W wife right there. You other wives is not like that. Get them out of here. Andrea could never. I'm sorry. She's cool. She bad. She could never. Anyway, let's get back to the reading. But before that, we have some unfinished business to take care of. Oh yeah, her brother's still wildin'. It's a rematch from 2 years ago. Only this time we won't lose. Outshine the past with the gleaming future. All right, let's see how this fight is gonna go. Wow, what a chapter! What a chapter! Yeah, what is going on, bro? She's like she finna activate her hollow mask. Even with this body clad in miasma, there is only one place to be. Chapter 73, Stupid Older Brother. Okay. This must be what her mask look like now. That shit's so fire. Oh, I didn't even see the thing on her stomach. Interesting, interesting. This is a W panel, by the way. Yo, she got that shit on, bro. She clean as hell. Where'd she get this fit from, bro? So she must have went back to the whatchamacallit, the place where Sagan-sama is. And then he got her fitted, and then she left and went to save her mans. Okay. It's a rematch from 2 years ago, only this time we won't lose. Benio's back. Unomiya Tenma, it's just like you said. You guys really do become as useless as can be when you're apart. Now we're invincible. I feel like we can do anything. Right, Benio. Benio? Isn't your Kuraginu a little too stimulating? Huh? No. This is someone played a trick on me. Oh, so she gave her that fit. Okay. Get over it and concentrate more on the fight. Carnal desire, extermination. Okay, so we get little jokey jokes right before we get back to being serious. Y'all hilarious. I missed this dynamic though. He talking about some ow, I'm sorry. Wait, me? Why me? More importantly, Rokuro. Is that Ijika Yuto? Yeah. He's in a state that's taken in the power of both Exorcists and impurities. He's way stronger than he was 2 years ago. Such sinister enchanted powers. What awful, tragic enchanted powers. Alright, he finna use Double Sunday. He finna steal what's that nigga name? He finna steal Raditz move. This nigga just taking everybody move from Dragon Ball. He not original. This nigga's a thief. You said I would know, cause I be stealing names and techniques too. You don't gotta call me out. Anyway, I'll defile you where you stand. Yep, he finna hit 2 double giga energy blasts. They're both finna lock in. Look at her mask. She literally did just throw that bitch on like it's a hollow mask. That's so fire. Let's go. Oh, hell no. Look at the way the energy moved too. They don't got like no regular pattern. That shit just stretch out and go wherever. Okay. He's chasing my every move now. Wait, oh, he's chasing my every move now? I don't really get it, but after Benio got here, all the enchanted power I lost started to come back a little. Thank you, I can fight again. Thank you. Alright, he doing his little chants. Oh, he done activated his whatchamacallit. Reach him quickly. Gold smash. Yep. Get your little beam attacks in too. He ducking and dodging though. He don't care about none of that. Okay. She coming in from the off angle. She hitting him with a swordless moon. Camellia, Dance of the Passing Rain. What a name. What a name. And it's dead ass just a bunch of stomps on this nigga's body. Look, he don't know how to handle it. Look at how he's foaming at the mouth. Yuck. Oh, he low-key caught her on a blind side. and punched her right in the stomach with an uppercut. Gosh, that shit hurt, don't it? Look at her facial expression. That black mask is so clean, bro. It's so fire. Okay, he got her ass. Look over here, stupid big bro. Oh, yep. Use your projectile technique. Come, Benio. And as soon as he said that, look, she gone. Look at the assist. Oh my gosh, she's so clean. He calls her and she dips immediately. Look at the recovery. She's like, I'm still hurt a little bit, but look, I'm gone. Right next to my man. He called out to his girl and she showed up. Look at how big this nigga's fingers are. The way she's holding his hand right here is kind of crazy. Like what a form. Resonance, and they finna use the resonance on the technique. Look at that though, gosh. Sky Strizer. Yeah, you getting pelted, my nigga. You're gonna feel some of these attacks, I guarantee it. Is this nigga water bending? Hello? He said noisy bugs. What am I even looking at? He sent out a slash that split them apart. This time he's wielding the black energy like a sword, okay? So he's definitely bending. Uh-oh. He done pulled up on his sister again. He love beating on his sister, don't he? Nigga real sexist, huh? He done grabbed her by the throat, slammed her into the ground. He choking her with one hand. Oh shit, is her mask finna crack? Yo, lock in, Benny, yo, lock in. Oh, wait a minute, hold up. Are they syncing up? Is she seeing his past memories? Hold up. Huh? Just now, what was that? But Benio. Kill me already. Please, Benio? Whoa, what the hell? Now he asking for the sweet release of death? What a turn that took. I was not expecting him to act like that. I'm kind of mad about it. I wanted him to stay evil. I wanted him to stay evil and corrupted. Kill me already. Please, Benio. And then came in, protect his wife, punched her in the face. Where's my nigga Kamui at? I need my nigga Kamui to offer that third party aid. That would have been kind of fire. I don't care how they would have felt about it. I needed to see that one. That would have been gas. Punch my nigga. Roku, just leave him to me. Oh, she just threw up. She done fucked around and threw up. The body blow I took earlier. Yeah, that shit hurt, don't it? Listen, Benio, that technique is. Okay. She finna revert. What is this reading? My enchanted powers. I mustn't. I have to control the unrest. Oh yeah. W control. I like that. You can even see it in her horn right here. It's like her. This is actually the same little thing with the mask was doing earlier. So they definitely play a part somehow. So I guess the mask looks like is like the controlled aspect of her power, whereas this is the unrest and uncontrolled aspects. All right, let's lock in. I don't have much time. This is hardly the situation for me to lose my grip. Yep, your man needs you right now. He fighting your brother to his hardest. I'm not finna read that, but he hitting that star platinum barrage of punches. Don't get too cocky. He said that and hit my nigga with a smooth uppercut, chin checked my nigga. And then he followed up with a damn beam attack. Here's that move you like so much. He hit my nigga with an uppercut, then hit my nigga with a beam attack. W follow up. You've really always looked down on others so condescendingly. You look like you knew everything. You don't bother to rely on anyone. There's something I have to do, even if I have to throw away my own life. If I think of what I had to do to achieve it, this isn't painful or difficult at all. Okay, they doing that back and forth shit that they always do. But you ran away. Your sin was that you didn't have the resolve to truly become strong. I hate you so much, and I can never forgive what you've done. The ultimate level I'm aiming for is an unparalleled existence which possesses both of these powers. But a small part of me thought you were cool. One who controls the power of yin and yang. In other words, a true exorcist. And yet, you. Did you really want to become such a monster? Beat his ass. Oh, and he's finna smack that nigga with a Rasengan. Look, palm this shit. Oh yeah, Minato would be proud. Minato would be proud. Gotcha, nigga. Told the nigga to shut up. Ooh, look at the blood. Yeah, that's definitely a Rasengan, alright. Oh, but look who showed up. Look who showed up. Just you can always count on a loving woman to show up when you need her most. Look at that. My nigga got hit with a beautiful black Rasengan and really destroyed his insides. He was down and out, but she showed up right there, ready to restore him. Rokuro, I'm sorry. This is my family's fault. Still, please lend me just a little more of your power. I can't defeat him alone. I'm begging you, Rokuro, just a little more. Please. Guess I've got no other option. How could I refuse a request from my cute wife? Dead ass. Oh, they finna hit resonance. Let's go. Resonance. With the legs, though? With the legs, though? A combo resonance? Whoa. 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 So he got the large ass fist. She got the huge ass leg. Reunion spiral hail? Well, damn. So he done channeled the powers, directed it into her leg. These niggas be hitting the craziest of key blasts, huh? It's just nothing but straight big ass. It's key blast after key blast. Or he robbing niggas from Naruto and using black Rasengans. You see what I mean? Or he's stealing from Pokemon and using Shadow Balls. Just a thief. Just a thief. This is crazy though. Big ass impact. Don't worry about us. Wait. Don't worry about using up my enchanted power. Just show that unbelievably stupid big brother of yours what a complete moron he is. Yeah, lock in. Yeah, you're not gonna stop it, bro. You're gonna die. You're gonna die this time. Yep, look at you, engulfed in straight key blast energy. Big explosion follow up too. This is also one of those times where the panel genuinely looks like bright light. Like this looks bright as hell. We made it to depth 2013. Shit. I knew it. The Great White Tory's barrier is gone. With the gate seriously weakened like this, impurities can go through it whenever they want. There. Oh. Is he actually... Is he dead? Unomiya Tenma-san. Is he alive? First, let's take this down carefully. What about Rokuro? It seems he has already left this area. According to his enchanted power readings, he appears to be in a battle several kilometers away from here. Huh? There are 3 power readings. Someone must have come to his aid while the rescue team was entering Magano. Seriously? But who? Sada-san's unit Sada-san's unit maybe? Could it be Adashino-san? Then let's head over there right now. Agreed. Yeah, you thought, nigga, you gotta lock in. The fucking the kaiju impurities are back. You better lock in. This nigga look kinda clean, though. Are these the impurities that escaped with that Basara Shioji? There are still this many left? The risk from attacking the Twin Star is high. But it is not worth it to head back with the way things are now. So, let's at least salvage Kijin's enchanted powers, Shioji said, as he shrewdly advanced. Is this a chant? Okay, he's chanting. It looks like he's forcing them to combine. on some fusion dance shit. Exterior defense 1 light. Hey, give me a break already. Oh hell no! Y'all remember when we watched when you watched Transformers Dark of the Moon and those like excavator type Decepticons were like transforming and then they combine? This gives me that same exact feeling of like genuine terror and dread of like, oh yeah, these big monsters just made a bigger monster. We're fucked. We're fucked. And like these niggas are ugly as hell, so it's that much worse. He finna shoot a beam attack? He said, here it comes. He's just roaring and shit. This nigga roared and look at the damage it did. He sent out one shout. He just said, hey. He done made a damn earthquake and broke up all the ground they were standing on. He got a scythe hand? Oh no. He going straight for Tenma. Keiji-san. Yo, look at that fat ass arc too. You're done for. Or so we thought, or so we thought, or so we thought. That's his brother. Huh? Unomiya Tenma-kun, you made a big mistake about one thing. Whoa, okay, so Tenma not even dead all the way. He still got some energy left. That's what it means to be the strongest, huh? What did you talk to my little brother about? Huh. If you wanted to know so badly, you should have kept your ears open. What's your angle here? I doubt you were really just trying to show off your strength. He would have died if he was left the way he was. In the upcoming operation to subjugate Ijika Yuto. Did you see Shimon's death using your foretelling technique? Then that was... Oh, okay, yeah, so wait. So, hold on, let me pause real quick. So, he used his ability as the strongest and his ability to foresee the future to not only be perceived as the strongest through natural means, but also to aid the people around him like he did with Rokuro, like he did with Shimon. Tenma is kinda cool. He's kinda cool. I like the way his character is set up. He's not a lame-o bitch ass nigga like we thought he was when we first started. He's actually respectable. And that was all to make sure he doesn't die. You know very well that he's not the kind of guy who shuts up and listens. And he's not the type to sit still with some tiny little injury either. Why? Why go so far as to make yourself the bad guy? Because he has his eyes set on the future. Tenma might actually be top 5 worthy. He might be top 3 worthy even. I'm also supposed to die in this same battle. Well, for my case, it was according to the pervy underpants guy's oracle. And defying that is even harder than my own foresight. I, for one, couldn't care less about whatever lies ahead. But if it's him, then I'm sure he can properly guide the Twin Stars in my place. This nigga set up his own backup plan for the Twin Star Exorcist in the inevitable event of his demise. What a guy. What a guy. So that means he showed up, right? He done broke the damn arm. Unomiya Tenma-kun. You made a big mistake about one thing. You fucking idiot. Oh, isn't that... You can't cut off his legs. But you can't cut away his conviction. Oh, that says you can. I'm so stupid. You can cut off his legs, but you can't cut away his conviction. Now, sir, how are you using this leg right here? How are you doing that? And look at how he got the scarf wrapped around his body, or wrapped around his head, but it's covering his mouth clean as hell, still, always. This nigga stay wearing the earmuffs, bro. What do you be listening to under there? Okay, so my nigga showed up. I had a feeling it was him, based off the way the blades was moving. See what I'm saying? You can see it in the shape too. Okay, they don't show up everywhere, but you can see it in the shape too. I had a feeling it was him. And then we got a flashback, and then I was right. Hey, W show up. Rokuro, are you okay? I'm good. Couldn't be better. I saw the truth behind Ijika Yuto's past. Huh? Adashino Yuto, the brother I knew, and Ijika Yuto, the friend you knew, are possibly different people. Oh. W split personalities. What do you mean by that? My brother used to be a very honest person, which is why his heart could no longer bear the truth he happened to discover, nor the choices he made. He created another personality to escape from his guilty conscience. The real brother that I knew has been broken for quite some time. Oh, you look like shit, brother. It's so heartbreaking. Truly a pitiful soul. Kill me. Oh, truly a pitiful soul beyond saving. Don't get me wrong, I still can't forgive the guy for everything he did. But we are exorcists. It's our duty to keep him from getting corrupted any further. Rokuro? This nigga jumped down, landed fat ass squat. Come on, Yuto. I'll hang out with you till you're satisfied. This nigga really his friend, huh? After that, let's both get yelled at by Sagan. For a friend without mercy. Okay, how is this gonna go? So he done reverted back to his human form because he got bodied by the combination of Sol and Luna using resonance, big ass Kamehameha type vibes. Next chapter. We on chapter 74, Defeated Forces, the conclusion. What else could possibly happen after this? Like what else could really happen? I did not mean to hit the desk like that. Let me drink some water though. Stay hydrated. Look at my bank account. $8? Oh, right. What about this? I don't think the other one showed up just yet. Yeah, it didn't. Okay. Look, you want us like a dessert later on. Oh, wait, never mind. We still have cake. We still have cake. Okay. I might cut the stream early and end the chapter right here. Or I should say, after I read this one, I might not go to 75. But it just depends on how this one ends. Okay. Just remember this. Not a single impurity was born because they wanted to be. It is an exorcist's duty to relieve them of their suffering and sadness. That's why we say we exorcise impurities, not kill them. Okay, I got it. Words passed on from mentor to Rokuro. Mind you, this was a guy who basically was offing like corrupted humans, essentially, before he really was exercising impurities like that. So, these words hold a different kind of weight to him when he say it. Shout out Sagan. I'll keep trying my best to beat lots and lots of impurities. That's not what I was saying. Chapter 74, Defeated Forces, the conclusion. How many pages is that? 42, okay. Let's put an end to all of this, shall we? Yuto, and this nigga took off his top. It's reckless to go at it alone. Aren't you practically out of enchanted powers? I'll be fine. You can watch from over there, Benio. That nigga ain't give him no time to breathe. He just rocked his shit. Even without any enchanted powers, this guy, Mink! Look, foaming at the mouth still. Don't even know what's really going on. Now you've done it, you jerk. You really think you can beat me with that sorry excuse for a punch? Look, Punched him straight in the head, and your body hurt. Look, yeah. Your body hurt, dummy. Roku, what did I tell you? It doesn't hurt. For the record, I still haven't even shown off half my true strength. On top of that, I've still got more than 10 aces up my sleeve. This is starting to look more like a battle of egos between kids. Let's finish this once and for all, Yuto. I'll exorcise all the impurities inside you. Oh, Ikaruga Shimon. He's back in action. Okay, you doing some chants? Vermilion Bird, Infinite Folding Screen 2. Fan of the Wailing Thunderhawk. Okay, you done made the fat ass 4 bladed wings instead of the million small bladed wings. Yep, cut my nigga up. Shimon, your leg's already better, huh? Oh, he really showed up, huh? Even though he was advised against it. Shuzan-san? What do you mean? Nothing we can do now. Oh wait, nothing we can do now. This nigga look like Stein. Even under normal circumstances, a prosthetic leg takes half a year to adjust to after amputation, you know? He's doing this in just 3 months. Not to mention, it isn't easy to use enchanted powers straight away on a prosthetic in battle. That's that prodigy shit, man. I warned him, if he pushes it, worst case scenario, he won't be able to fight for the rest of his life. He said you don't care, that's the prodigy shit. Yeah, lock in. Whoa, what's happening? He look like he finna, I don't know, eat you a little bit. Did he hit you? Did I smack into this fat ass rock? Shimon-san! You mustn't move too much, you hopeless bird brain. You're screwing up my plans. I told you that you've been given a role. What are you doing right now? Wait, what you're doing right now is pointless. And zip. Where I fight and what I do will be decided by me. I don't plan on picking up after you. Yeah, he said deal with your own mess, bitch ass nigga. You're gonna stay alive and see your own mission through. Okay, he didn't hit the multi-bladed technique. I need you to do something different, bro. You need to pull out them gauntlet shits again. You're overdoing it, Shimon. What are you gonna do if you're really never able to fight again? Oh yeah, go help your mans. It's alright, KG-san, Nissan. It doesn't matter how big the obstacles I encounter become, because now I have an ally who gives me unbreakable wings. Oh, look at them having synergy. Clear mirror charm. Oh, hell yeah. He said, I have an ally who gives me unbreakable wings. Mind you, this is the daughter of his mentor. Shuzin Zappa Mystic Gear. Byakuden Kuhu Mystic Gear. She looked kind of clean. She looked cleaner than her dad did, I can't lie. This nigga looks terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. That's just actually scary. Sorry I'm late. No worries. I had a feeling you'd show up. Scarlet Plumage, White Lotus, Tiger Arms. Why is that showing up right now? I'm a little lost. Anyway. I'll take its legs, and you take the head, Shimon. Got it. We'll finish it off in 60 seconds. Give those two backup. Distract the big guy, even if only for a moment. Oh, shit. Fat ass drill technique. Radiant Dragon King's Ice Fangs. For now, this is the best I can... Shit. Excuse me. For now, this is the best I can do. Okay, big ass drill technique. Big ass stretchy arm drill techniques. This nigga, they need to put him in arms. And they need to put him in that Nintendo... Wow, I can't talk. They need to put him in that Nintendo game arms. Thank you, everyone. Tiger release Susanoo. Well, damn. Okay, she just sent out two big ass slashes in an X pattern. I think yeah, it looked like it smacked him right in the legs, right where she said she was going to attack. Now Shimon. Garuda, extreme tempered feather. Okay, he's flying in with his It definitely looks like a tempered feather because it's like a sword, you know, like tempered when you like when you craft a blade. Anyway, he's flying straight in, going straight for my nigga Dome. Oh yeah, they did it. Okay, he huffing and puffing. Shimon, nice work out there. Yeah. What is this? We've been utterly defeated. It was a mistake to be swayed by the likes of Sakanashi in the first place, said Shioji as he grew exasperated. Is he doing another chant? Yo, did he just resurrect it? It's still moving? Shioji refuses to turn back, humiliated like this. He has to kill as many exorcists as possible or risk becoming unable to recover. Oh, hell yeah. Do some cool shit. Who did that? Who did that? Got my nigga right through the center. What? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Shout out my nigga Tatara. He swung back. Why you? Shout out my nigga Tatara. Damn you, Tatara. Shioji unleashed his fury. What the hell is that? Oh. It's like that, Tatara? You not locked in like that? What happened? Lock in, my nigga. What you doing? Oh, you say you don't care. An illusion? Oh, my fault. I didn't know you was like that. That's my bad. I didn't mean to underestimate you like that. I didn't know you had the Shadow Clone Substitution Jutsu on lock. I didn't know you could just have niggas think you're one place and you're actually another place. That's my bad. I didn't know you was speed miraging these niggas. Look at his face, too. Body his shit, look. However, that fury never reached its target. Shioji thought that perhaps, if there was such a thing as rebirth, he would never want to be a mere impurity ever again. The end. And he died. Okay. Standing on the leeward side of everyone else, was that sealed? Wait, was what sealed your fate? This nigga talk like a snake too, on his Orochimaru shit. Keep your distance. Those who can no longer fight fall back to the rear. These things are fucking massive. Oh, she got her giant ass slashes going. Oh, hey, is that my nigga Kamui? Hey, it's my nigga Kamui. There go my nigga. I was wondering when he was gonna show up. He done made allies with Benio. I thought she just left my nigga in the dust. I was wondering. Fat ass slash. What? Huh? What was that attack just now? And who? No. Where did it come from? Oh, he off in a distance with it. Oh, he clean. He off in a... This nigga fit clean as hell. Whoa, where you get this fit from, sir? I need your tailor. He look clean with the hair, too. I can't even lie. You see how he way off in a distance? They don't even know where the attack came from. Just fat ass slash. There sure are a lot of powerful individuals out there, but I got here too late. Now that they're weakened, picking at them would only leave a bad aftertaste. Keep your promise, Benio. Okay, yep. Punch your shit, yep. Yep, get your get back, punch him right in the face, yep. Oh, you caught it though. Ooh, I wasn't expecting that one. I can see through your punches. Ooh, so not only did he punch your shit, you countered, he caught it. He said you're trash and I can see through you, and then he returned the favor one more time with a beautiful uppercut. You suck. What's the matter? You ain't seen nothing yet. I've hated your guts ever since I first met you. You're stuck up, you're stuck up, act like a smartass, and your attitude is shit. You always left the vegetables you didn't like on your plate. You always wanted to take a bath first, even though you skipped out on cleaning. Aren't those all just normal complaints? And there's that time you scarfed down Sagan Sushi. Then he yelled at me because of you. I punched his shit too because of that. I ain't forget that, nigga. The sushi that Jinsan bought me is gone. Whoever ate it better fess up. If you do, I'll lighten the punishment. Ugh, so stupid. Yes, sir. I saw Yuto secretly eat the whole thing. What? Is that true, Yuto? I didn't do it. Why would you say that, Roku? What makes you think I... Yep, I saw him. He is a pig after all. You should see the way his eye changes color when it comes to sweets or ohagi. You were the one who ate Seigen-san sushi. Oh, look, he remembered though. So he snitched, but he lied though. He lied. This nigga, wait, hold up, wait a minute. This nigga had us thinking it was on his, we was on his side. Bitch, you fucking lied. But he remembered though because of that. It rocked him right back. You think you can selfishly... Wait, you think you can selfishly... Huh? You think you can just selfishly spout shit as if I'm the only one in the wrong, Roku? Didn't you also take advantage of me? You'd always give yourself a generous second helping of curry, and because of that, no one else could have seconds. Whenever I lent you a textbook, you'd always give it back all beat up. Oh yeah, throwing out big boy punches. Ooh, look at that final hit. There's also that time we got caught peeping on the girl's bath. You just ran off and left me behind to take the fall. So is he gonna become a good guy by the end of this? Because if we're not gonna obliterate his shit, can he at least like turn to the good side? Maybe, potentially. Now they're probably gonna have to put him in jail. He did kill a whole bunch of people. Beautiful uppercut though. Yep. Punch. Blood splatter like it's boxing. Rokuro, Nisama. So annoying. Of all things, you'll exercise the impurity inside me? Just who the hell do you think you are? Even when you're this weak, even when you can't do a damn thing. Just leave me alone already. Catch, don't think I will. If you really feel that way, then shouldn't you be looking a bit more high and mighty right about now? Yeah, you look like a peon, nigga. Oh, he goes for a second punch. Look, caught again. You got both your punches caught, bitch. If you really don't care about anything else, then talk trash and look down on others like you always do. If you really want to be left alone, then quit wearing that face full of misery. Ooh, W headbutt. Sometimes you just gotta do it to him. Hit this nigga so hard they both fell. I'm not gonna let things end in a place like this. First off, apologize to everyone from Hinatsuki who died because of you. Get on your hands and knees in front of their grave and say you're sorry 3 times. No, 10 times. Huh? You think doing that would just somehow erase my sins? I'm telling you to take responsibility. I thought this part of the speech bubble was his tongue. I'm like, damn, you're sharp with it. If you don't want to do it alone, then I'll apologize with you. What? I don't get it. Why would you go that far? Because I said it once before. It's embarrassing, so don't make me keep repeating myself. I always get pissed at you, but we're still friends in the same dorm after all. No one else could do anything, right? Isn't that why I had no other choice but to do things on my own? If I had spoken up, would something have changed? Would someone else do what I did? Roku. It hurts. Roku. Okay, I like the way this is drawn right here. Right. So what are you gonna do about it? If you're trying to distance yourself from everyone because of some situation you're dealing with, then I can lend you a shoulder whenever you're tired. It's how I feel, maybe. Yep. W exhaustion. And now rest on your homie's arms. Jeez, you're such a pain in the ass. Anyway, now you owe me one, got it? Oh. I feel like he's gonna end up joining Rokuro's house. That's what I think might happen. Wow, after all of this, this nigga didn't get super giga obliterated. I kind of hate that, but I'm also like not that mad at it. Yep, drop to your knees. Yep, let your homie rest. Look, you got your girl crying because you saved her brother instead of giga obliterating him like I wanted to, but good on you. At this time, it was unknown whether or not the impurity within Ijika Yuto-san was truly exorcised. What was known was that Ijika Yuto-san suffered a sorrow far greater than anyone else's. Can sorrow be dispelled by nothing but deeper sorrow? If there was another way, then maybe mom and dad could have been spared such a terrible goodbye. Okay, they're all good too. That's good. Oh, then they got to see his daddy one more time. Yep, his girl done came up behind him. I ain't gonna lie, she looked clean as hell with the eye patch. Okay, these 3 survivors. Look at her carrying her man. Hey, in my story I wrote that what's her name? Oh, I cannot remember her name. Hold on, let it come back to me. Let it come back to me. Azalea and Zadari are walking exactly like this. She's literally helping him because he's limped and bruised and he got beat on by his best friend. This is the exact image I picture, by the way. Like word for word, bar for bar, panel for panel, ink for ink, pixel for pixel even. Alright, I'm done. I'm sorry. Alright, let's keep going. Hey, did we lose Sakanashi? You're not going to fight anymore, Sakanashi. Hey, you still haven't taken me to the place you talked about. Join me, and I shall show you a view much nicer than this pile of rubbish. Oh, that's that nigga head. Hey, Sakanashi, this isn't over, right? What's left after this battle is to each his own. What an interesting end. I think I'm what time is it? I think I'm gonna call it right there. I think I'm gonna call it right there. That leaves us on chapter 75. That was good. Oh, what the heck? Oh, never mind. The background music came back on. That was good. That was pretty interesting. So, not only did Benio show up, which was fire, we got the proper explanation as to why Tenma knew resonance. We also got some character exploration for Yuto and why the way he is, and what all of his not reasoning, I should say motivation was. And then we also got, again, like I said, Benio showed up. Kamui showed up too and saved everybody. Shimon showed up and they did a nice little team attack with Mayura. Lovely couple on that end too. And then we got some crazy visuals from Benio and Rokuro. And then in the end, Rokuro and Yuto, straight hands, regular hands, no power amps. Brawl for brawl, memory for memory. And when my nigga Yuto was tired and down and out, he got a chance to rest on his homie's shoulder. Which means that Yuto's not dead. Which means that Benio's brother is safe and alive. Who knows where the story's gonna go now? I'm thinking that Rokuro's gonna get a chance to show Benio the house he's created. She's gonna join it, of course. But I think Yuto is also gonna join the house. Like, I feel like the way the story's set up and the way Rokuro's character is, I don't think he would just allow them to fully just take Yuto. But he like kind of basically, as the head, would be responsible for him, right? I think there could be something there as well. So Sakanashi died. The head exorcist died. Tenma seems like he's still alive, so he might come back and we might see more of him. Gaja's still alive. What is it? Whatever that little nigga was called, he died. Was it Gabara? Gabara's still alive too. So we still got some hitters out there. And then the little girl took Sakanashi's head. So who knows what's gonna happen there. So that's at least 3 Basra still alive, if I'm not mistaken. Plus, they still have to at least somehow free Abe no Seimei and probably defeat the King of Impurities. Yeah. Yeah. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. I appreciate y'all for joining. How y'all feel about the little like pre-stream, like before we get into like the main subjects? They're like gaming, little like subject matter type of thing. How did y'all feel about that? Was that cool? Was that something we could do again? Like if I just feel like starting to stream early, you know, I just start the stream and do something else before we get into like the official stuff. Like, is that a good vibe? Is that cool? Do we want to see more of that? Do we want to like keep those for like just separate things as a whole? Also, again, shout out to Wolf Nara. You're probably gonna hear those voice lines in an upcoming video of his, so shout out to him for allowing me to do that. I didn't really want to do a script, and this was probably the only real day I had free to do something like that, so make sure y'all peep his stuff. W reading, I'm gonna see y'all next week for of course Twin Star Exorcist. We're getting real close. We're more than halfway done with the series now, so once we get that going, once it's finished, go ahead and put that in a separate playlist. Well, it's already in a playlist, but and then we can start Soul Eater, man. We can start that Soul Eater reread. And I will see y'all Saturday for some Elden Ring. There is a possibility I will stream tomorrow though. There is a possibility. Don't count on it. Don't bet on it. But we might get a different type of gaming. We might play Street Fighter. We might play Black Ops 3. I don't know what it's gonna look like if I do stream. Who knows? Just be there or be square. But I will guarantee to see y'all on Saturday because Elden Ring is finally working, so we can finally finish and make Tasha Elden Lord, and then we can start our Shadow of the Erd Tree journey. And I'm gonna go ahead and make a thumbnail for that too when the time comes. You said you enjoyed it, Klebs. Okay, nice little pre-stream vibes where I just don't really talk and I vibe out, you know? Not bad, not bad. I might do a little bit more of it. Sometimes I want to start the stream early when I'm kind of done with everything I have to do before I want to start the stream. So if I start the stream early, little pre-stream vibes, and then we can get into the main subjects, right? Nice. All right, man. You know it's Tuesday. Have tacos, have a quesadilla, have a margarita, have a Modelo. What else do all my Hispanic people enjoy? Go celebrate a Puerto Rican. It's Pride Month. Shout out to all the people in the LGBTQ community. I'm finna go eat some tacos probably. And y'all have a great evening, man. Y'all have a great evening.